came from the mud. There's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree. There's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon.
Hey, what is going on, guys? I'm waiting on Pablo still. He said he was restarting his phone. Something's going on his end. I'm not sure what it is. But I think we'll go ahead and get started. We're 20 minutes late, and the stream's going to kick me off if I don't get it going. So we'll get him booted in here as he gets ready. But hold tight, and we'll be with you in just a minute.
When it rains, it pours. Water's up to my chin. Won't stop fighting to the very end. Many men try to reach it. Many men have failed. But if you wanna get to heaven, you gotta raise a little hell. And from the law. Hope they won't see me down soon.
Hey guys, what's going on? We're having some problems. Pablo's struggling to get his stream going for some reason. So we're going to go ahead and get started, talk about some news. He's got some stuff he wants to do with his giveaway for the St. Jude's walk that he did, the 30 miles hiking with an RC. And so he's got that he wants to get going. So hopefully we'll get him on here. But at this point, we're just kind of waiting. The stream was telling me that Facebook wasn't going to let it go live if we didn't go. So I decided to just fire it up, and hopefully he'll join in here. I'll get a little ping, and we'll get him joined in here to talk about some of the fun that we had together that we kind of had to not fully let you guys know all the reasons why we were together in North Carolina. So, you know, try to play it as the cool, hey, we've got Ryan Anderson willing to do this live stream with us, and I'm going to be there. So I literally did have stuff for work to do there. So a nonprofit I work with is out of Virginia Beach. So I was there and did a shoot as well for them. Stayed with my neighbor for a night and got to see them, which was cool. And yeah, it was a busy week. 3 days ended up being dedicated to filming for this out of that week because we had 2 days slated, but I put an extra one at the end just in case we needed more run footage, which is a good thing because we needed it. We needed it. Looks like Pablo's got stuff spinning around over there. I see cameras firing up, and then I see purple or some kind of color in the background. Let's go ahead through the chat while he finishes getting that dialed in. Owen Rogers is here. Mere Deep XJ Sport 95 was here early, tapping the mic, saying hello. All the way from the Netherlands, CB, RC, and truck video. Shane Steyer, Frank Noggle, Razor Blades from Australia. Psycho 13 Garage. Dirk's in the house. Alex, I do have koozies, and I have them for like can size as well that just came in. So yeah, and Pablo owes Owen Rogers a sticker, he says, for the delay. So we'll see how that goes. He's getting his ears on, and we'll see if he's ready to go here.
Hey,
think we're good. I don't hear you.
You don't hear me? Hold on.
You're dead.
Man.
We're still without audio, but we'll keep waiting, and then maybe it'll pop in here in just a second. Make sure I don't have you muted. But no, Pablo met me in North Carolina
I got nothing.
on Monday or Tuesday. I'll let you know when I hear you. I still don't hear you. Oh, wait. I had your audio turned off on my board.
Now I turned everything off on mine. Hang on. Okay, here we go.
When I faded the music out, it was the same channel. I wasn't thinking.
Hang on. Now it's now I'm not picking you up in my.
Everybody else says, I hear him. We hear him fine.
You hear me fine?
I hear you fine. They were all saying that they could hear you.
I don't have. Hold on.
Cheers
I don't have you in my ears though.
The box RC. How's it going from California? Black Market RC. Looks good on LMT tires. Can't see it anymore. But my truck is sitting on LMT tires right now. Do that more. There. Give it a little.
It's so weird. My audio is not going through my ears. It is going through the computer.
Are you setting it from system preferences or from the studio itself?
The studio itself. Yeah, let me try system preferences really quick.
But yeah.
Well, sorry I'm late, guys. I'll adjust the camera in a second too. Because I probably feel like an old man being like, hey.
Hey, yeah, that's what I always tell my kids. They don't know what a VCR is, but I say that I needed to fix my VCR clock.
Yeah.
Now it's the microwave. Hey, can you go set the clock on the microwave for me? But,
so we're getting you.
Brian says you're a first timer. I don't hear you now. Ed Duchemin's reaction Thursday. I think I'm going to be there Thursday. I didn't make it last Thursday because of this release, and it was crazy.
Boom.
There.
Good. Okay, let me move the mic or the camera.
Yeah.
Sorry. It was one of those crazy days. You tell me when.
And good.
No.
I kind of went back a little bit.
I don't have my normal rig. So it's how's that?
Very shaky. I think that'll work.
All right.
If you scoot your chair a little. Close enough, I say.
I'll move it again. Hold on. It's gonna bother me if I have to look at myself like that. I'll be like, come look at me.
We were all bothered by you as well, so it's all good.
I know. Look at that.
That feels right. You can scoot into that if nothing else. It's because Pablo didn't tap his mic. It went back.
Dang it.
When you touched the tap and you moved it. Well, it's hard because you're right there.
All right. All right. We'll do it live. There it is. All right.
I gotta move my whole setup because of you.
Sorry. Look what's up there.
So we told a few half truths and no lies. I don't remember lying to anybody. I honestly, when we asked if anything new is coming out, we had no idea Tuesday night that it was going to be announced on Thursday.
Oh, I know. And I remember the look in your face like, I can't say anything. But like about why we were, because there was a question a while before that about like, how come you guys are in the same spot at the same time? All that kind of.
Oh yeah, for the that was easy to glance off of.
Yeah,
Live thing with Ryan Anderson at his place.
Yeah,
I don't need any other reason. I got lots of frequent flyer miles. We use those to fly you in.
Yeah.
So all of this is true. I had work in Virginia.
Yep.
I had friends and stuff to see while I was there as well.
And technically, I said I was working there too. So when someone said or someone asked why I was traveling, I was like, oh, I got a work trip.
Yeah, you were working.
Yeah.
You got very muddy, that's for sure. First day we got destroyed by rain and mud.
I think I did 18,000 steps the next day.
Yeah.
Like, no joke. It was something ridiculous, like Disneyland style.
Yeah, he was counting steps still from his hiking and all that. Mile stuff.
Yeah.
I was
Should
like, dude, you should be counting these. Like, this is like RC hiking steps.
I know. I know.
So,
Yep.
yeah, but I don't know how I missed the email. Like, I had to get the video edited and all of that, and I knew I was on a tight deadline because they wanted to have it done early for the website. Which, if you haven't seen the Losi website, they've redone it. It's pretty cool. It was so outdated until a month or so ago. It was pretty outdated. Now it's pretty rad.
Yeah, it
Big
is.
videos. They had on here for a while the Super Baja Ray video.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to cut together a little 15-second teaser reel that they'd use
Look at that.
for it. But you can see how they have it all done.
Oh, yeah.
We're going into and looking at the new products, monster truck. Click between. All of it's pretty sweet. You can check out the product. The product pages, which is smart, looks like it's built on the same platform as almost, say, the Horizon site. So hopefully it just pulls in, or it's the same setup for a lot of this to make it easy for them.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can talk about this for sure. Talk about the shoot some. I've got some photos and stuff pulled up.
Oh, yeah.
We
I
can
remember
talk
those.
about how it all went. Yeah, right.
That's so cool.
So these were all. Well, we'll talk about that in a minute.
Sure.
It's pretty cool. Either Pablo, get a hammer and hit anything. It works for me.
I know, dude. Okay, so one, I was behind because we just had some stuff going on, and then two, I was like, seriously, today's the day that so I use my phone as my camera for these, and today's the day that I left my whole rig at the shop, and I was like scrambling finding a phone clamp, and then it wouldn't connect to the stupid thing. I had to restart my phone, restart the app, restart the whole computer last minute. And you know how it is when you don't restart your computer for like a month.
Oh yeah.
And then dude, I'm sitting here, I'm watching the line go, and I'm like, come on, anytime now, anytime.
Yep. Reboot.
So, yep. So, but we're here. I'm excited. Today's dude, there's a lot to go on. Lot to go about today.
Yeah, we got the drawing that you want to do.
Yep.
Have you got that figured out?
Yep. So I can't get it connected to the screen here, but
you can hold up an
iPad. I'm gonna hold up an iPad like so, and so there's a button. You can see all the little doodads there, but if I press shuffle segments, it'll ask me if I want to shuffle it. Watch carefully. Boom! And so it shuffles all the names. I'm gonna do that a couple of times, and then because I've got a family member that contributed, so I want to make sure it's all shuffled in there, and then we'll hit spin, and whoever it is, we'll see who it lands on, and I'll just hold it up like this, and we'll read it.
All right, awesome.
So we'll do that. We'll talk about my
Spec RC wheels.
Oh yeah.
When we were in North Carolina, he handed me these good boys. These are awesome,
dude. They're so chunky.
And the tire foams feel pretty firm. I'm excited to try them on my comp truck.
Yeah.
So the Hustler tires on here.
Yeah.
What is it? Are these the ones that have the funny sayings on them?
Yeah. Be badass or something like that, or badass every day. I don't remember what it says. You might have to get out your readers to see them.
Yeah, I need to go into those anyway.
I think it says it on the 1.9s. I know it says it on the 2.2s for sure. You're like,
I can't see it. The light's on the wrong side of the wheel for me to see it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So people are asking orange or green. KLN RC Cars wants to know orange or green.
Man, what do you think?
It depends on the body you like. If you love like that deep front end, that's cool. And people were saying about these back ends, they took a beating. Like the ball hog got ripped harder than either of these trucks by Western.
Yeah. And it held together.
it held together. It may have been a little bit out, but you just go down and it's Lexan. He just bent, we bent it back.
Yeah.
Just kept running it. And what people don't realize is the real trucks all break off too. So if you actually watch in the video, or maybe I've got a photo of it. Yeah. It doesn't even have like the orange top on the real truck because he's ripped that off. And they don't like to, they just put a top on it here. That's canvas.
A bikini top.
Yep. And just snapped it across the top of the windshield there. I'm not going to zoom in on it, I don't think. Oh, maybe I will. Whoa, hey now. There it is.
Yep.
So
I was surprised how strong the Bog Hog body was on the RC.
You can see it's broken here too. Yep. I mean, they happen to the real ones. We get all bent out of shape out of our little toys, but those are several $1,000 bodies.
Oh yeah,
that they're going out there and destroying when they crash.
And they broke one, not indefinitely, but they broke one on the chute.
One of the trucks.
Yeah, I remember that. Like one of the Kingsling actually had something go down with the transmission or the transfer.
Oh yeah, blew the transfer case.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know you feel a little bit bad for that, right? You're like, ooh, sorry.
Yeah. Let's stay over here for a little bit.
Yeah, cool RC car, guys.
Let everything dial down, figure out what they're doing over there, and stay away.
Yeah, how about that weather, huh? That weather out there.
Weather was insane. You can see the clouds in the background there. This is before all of that hit.
Yep.
And it hit hard.
We were walking somewhere on the day where it hit really hard, and I was like, hey, now I know where they came up with that term swamp ass. Like, it is so hot. Like,
oh my goodness, the humidity. Like what I tell people about when I was so happy to come back to Michigan and people didn't understand. And I'm like, because summer's so amazing here. Like I left 80-degree weather to go down and sweat. It was 108 is what it felt like.
Yeah.
It was 90 something, felt like 106, 108, humid as all get out.
Raining.
Soaking wet.
The day it rained, I remember looking down, it was 96 and it felt like 106, 108. I don't remember.
Oh,
but
it was bad.
and then literally the rain came in
cooled it right off. Yeah.
Well, I don't know about totally cooled it off, but I mean it was
better.
It was better. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, here's the clouds looming over both of them.
Yeah.
So right after this photo, we were getting them ready. We were doing the walking shot with them walking between the trucks.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
Literally, they get in and the sky opened.
What was their crew chief's name? I forgot because I remember him saying all of a sudden he was like, here it comes, let's go. And I was like, what?
The header covers, right? Like, so they covered the headers and we all took cover, which cover looked like, so there's the downpour. We were inside of one of the little buildings. It was basically like a booth where they'd sell shirts or concessions out of, and those things were slamming open and closed. You remember that? Like the wind.
Oh, yeah.
So the winds were so strong that it damaged 10 Navy helicopters, blew them over, like really damaged them with the winds that came blowing through.
It blew over the porta potty.
It did blow over the porta potty
against the fence.
Yeah. It was nuts. And it pretty much changed everything that we did afterward.
Yeah.
So
no more track. That was the thing that was such a bummer because Ryan Anderson.
We were like gently filling them. We didn't want too much water in.
Oh, and he did such a rad job making that track too. And I was like,
J-hook, yeah.
Come on.
So right out here, he built the J-hook on close to these cement walls, guards here. Over on this far side is where we had the straight two in the same hole kind of run. And then we're going to run the main trucks here. And then we had the jump for the little Kingsling to hit. That became a lake in front of that.
Yeah.
So that whole shot wasn't what it was supposed to be. That was supposed to be dry. All of them just, throwing roost and hitting the jumps hard.
Well, not only that, he actually tilled basically everything up because it had grass on it from the day before, and they're like, let's clean it up. And so it's like
before it was like 8 inches tall grass through the whole
Yeah.
mud. Like all of this didn't look like this.
No.
Race was in with a brush hog or whatever on the front. He was,
Yeah.
was he like 6'7", driving
7.
around,
Yep.
mowing all this stuff, and then Ryan was working by hand the far pit, and then he went in and he, like you said, tilled everything after it was mowed, turned it to dirt and mud, and so you couldn't step in it because you went ankle deep if you stepped anywhere where he tilled, which was
dude,
most of the area.
My shoes, they weren't destroyed, but like I was like, oh, I'm good. I got waterproof North Face shoes. Yeah, we'll be good. And it's like over my ankle in mud, and I'm like, sweet. And the water just flows in it. You're like, sweet. I like it.
I saw Alan in here from Losi.
Oh, cool.
The guy garages in, says you need both trucks to race. Yeah. What color? He said the LMT looked cool, but I like the changes made to the new Bog Hog King Sling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude. Okay. So that truck, whichever one you get, it's a smile machine. Like it really is a lot of fun to run. Like it's, for me, it's like, I really like the monster truck stuff. But it's like a purpose tool, right? Like I don't use it as a basher. And this one, I kind of feel like it's almost a basher-esque, but it was so much fun when they were racing. Like when they were going head to head in the pit, dude, that was like, they just pull. And the crazy thing is the power on these things, they just pull. Like they literally just pull. And on 4S, forget about it, man. That thing.
Oh man, 4S.
It's a rocket.
We had the, so when I was doing the video, I don't know how many revisions there were. There was a lot. And we kept shortening it down. There's a whole lot of fun stuff that I think some of it's getting put into like a behind the scenes thing. Well, you saw it. They're going to release that actually.
Oh, cool.
So Losi's going to use it. Otherwise it'd have already been out Friday or whatever.
I was wondering about that. I was like, what? Okay.
Where'd it go? Yeah. So there's a little behind the scenes. Like Ryan did a swan dive into the big mud pit to go up to the Bog Hog. Because it lipoed out when it hit, because we were trying to skim one of the big ponds, and every time it hit, it lipoed out. Like we should have stopped, but we kept trying anyway, thinking maybe this one will just have just enough juice. Yeah. He dove in 3 times, and then finally, or the 3rd time, he told him, Weston, you got to get it yourself.
Yep.
But
yeah, it's a blast. Crazy. It's definitely a blast. I've driven it on a couple services now. So mud, on like sand, kind of like a pebbly sand beach, and then I drove it on gravel. I took it on concrete just to like see what it felt like going up and back, and it wasn't too bad. I mean, I wouldn't drive it on the concrete.
A bit or no, because of the tread.
I mean, I was just burping it and doing wheelies. I don't know. Like it was. I guess it was doing okay. And then on the gravel, it actually handled pretty well on the gravel, better than I thought it was. I think that's one of the things that people are I wouldn't say are concerned about, but some of the things I've heard is that it looks tippy, and it's surprisingly not if you're burping the throttle and like loose. Corners, like with loose stuff, it's surprisingly not super tippy. But I mean, it is what it is. It's got tractor tires on it, right? So the sidewalls are
up big time. Yeah.
Well, and I don't know if you've noticed, it will actually like, okay, so there's like wheelie power where you can just like stick it on the back end and go, but there's enough power where you can pop it up and then throttle and keep on riding it out without riding on the back bumper on it.
Right.
It's the balance is rad, and it really pulls, man. It's awesome.
Well, I'm waiting for somebody to come out with some kind of a wheelie bar mechanism for the King Sling that kind of protects my wing for me. Somebody that works with metal and knows how to cut stuff out of metal.
You might already see maybe a little.
I see something up there. That little drilled out hole thing above the rear tire there is what I'm looking for the back of mine. Might be
a prototype. We'll see.
Yeah. So. Well, I don't mind testing prototypes forever.
I know. We got a better. So that one's made out of aluminum, and I knew aluminum would taco really quick. So I have some being cut out of stainless right now for a test. So nice. The stainless would be rad. So the idea was I didn't want anything in between them. I just wanted 2. And the aluminum's been holding up really well, and stainless is way stronger than aluminum, so
Right.
should be a lot better.
Nice. And if people want, they can always put something between them to spread it if they wanted.
Yep.
So throw threaded bar with a couple nuts on and call it good.
Yep.
If they want. But yeah, so I just want, because I don't want to destroy mine. I'm going to run mine as a mud truck. I already tore up my yard, so
might as well, huh?
The Mega Tires back on. People wanted to see this. You wouldn't believe how many questions, and even after I did videos on Instagram, Facebook, and on YouTube, people asked me how to put monster truck tires on it.
Really?
Like, it's just an LMT. Just put LMT monster truck tires on, and that's it.
Lefty loosey, righty tighty, and you're good.
Yeah. don't need to do anything special.
Right.
2mm hex and just get one that has it on it, or downgrade your hexes to 12mm and you're good to go.
Yep. So Trevor Jonan, he's in here. He's running the monster truck thing down south for me. We talked about it before. It's really hard for me to get. Sorry, Trevor. It's really hard for me to get down on a Sunday. We got church and all that kind of stuff. But yes, I do need to get down there and bring it. I'm going to be at RC Palooza this weekend, and I'm going to bring it out there. But I need to get it out there so you guys can see it. It was ironic because he actually asked me about mud trucks like 4 days, and he might be in the chat where he asked me. I was like, yeah, I think it'd be something popular. And it's like 4 days after I found out what was going on, and I was like, it might be cool. Like, we'll see. Because he was talking about doing some mud racing down there. I was like, oh, yeah.
So Kayla RC Cars asks, conspiracy, are they going to add short front tower, longer lengths, new battery box to regular LMT for the update? I don't know about any updates. The only thing that I would say is if they do, I hope they don't powder coat it. And that's crazy to say. The reason being they've gotten rid of what? The roller, which was the black cage, but nobody ran the cages.
Oh yeah.
They just take the chassis, and if they powder coat those chassis, then there's no longer a black option to run other bodies with. So everybody's going to have to take them all the way down, either strip them or paint over it, and it's gonna suck for like the idea of building out a fleet of different monster trucks, you know what I mean?
Right. No, I get that.
They flipped it on these. They did a black cage with powder colored chassis plates.
Did I send you
visible? Like the actual cage isn't visible, so it doesn't matter if it's black or, which is why I think that the rollers didn't sell that well. Everyone was ditching the tops anyway.
Yeah.
And they already came with that dark gray base, so.
Did I send you the pictures of some other bodies kind of resting on top of it with the cage?
Yes.
I think it's going to look rad when you put other bodies on that cage. And it works. The bedside thing works so much better on that cage. If you cut the bedsides out and just run a flat piece. Yeah. Oh, dude, that's going to work so much better. It's I dig it. So, but yeah, I agree with you. At first, I was kind of like, I like the powder coated, but it really does handcuff you into the build. So, it
takes away the builder options for the monster trucks if they do that.
Yeah,
it looks amazing though. Like, I think that's why I didn't notice that it had a black cage for so long, because it just looked so good, and I saw the body and the chassis. And then when I finally saw, it wasn't until I got here and I opened mine, and then after the unboxing and all that, I opened it, I'm like, oh my gosh, the cage is black.
I know.
How did I not realize
you were mentioning it to me like, you were mentioning to me like they changed it for production. Because so ours, the ones that we worked with,
they were not
no branding on the boxes or anything like that. It was just a white box.
Yeah. So we didn't know any of the numbers for it. We were just shooting visuals of them.
Yep.
Which was tough because they've been driven in rock and whatever, and the wheels were a little scuffed up, and so like for trying to get the photos, we're trying to like figure out which one had the best right side. And
I literally, I don't know who has the ones, but I literally was like spitting on the tires to get them to look shiny for the picture when we were out there in the rain. I was like, come on, let's go.
A lot went into it.
Yep.
And also, so you were running one of the cameras, and
the
you were at
vertical
the
stuff.
end of the pit,
Oh,
and you're doing all the vertical stuff.
Yeah.
And you were at the end of the pit, and you were just getting hammered.
Dude.
I was getting the stuff that they were throwing off the wheels behind them and a little bit of the side splash, but like they were coming out of the pit and just throwing all the water at you.
I was like at the SeaWorld splash zone, man. Like it was like, I remember the first one I did, I was like, because I was on your big camera, I was like, sorry, Tony. I'm soaked. Like we got the shot though. Like so,
and then we finally were like, you know what, let's just back up and zoom in.
Yeah. And even so, that was almost more scary because these are heavy trucks.
We're flying at you.
Oh, dude. And there was times where I'm like on the camera and I'm like, okay, I'm going to trust that it's not going to hit me, but I'm like ready to move the camera. Like, it's like, you know, it's like
I could you're looking at the little screen, so it looks like it's right there in front of you. So yeah. And I was on a gimbal. You should see my gimbal, and two of my cameras are just, there's so much mud on them right now. I didn't clean the gimbal down yet.
You still haven't cleaned it down? Oh man.
No, I did my video with it.
Oh, okay. Can you steam something like that, or does that hurt it more? You know, like if you got like a little steamer. I don't know.
No.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I'll just hit it with wet wipes.
Yeah.
And just
dude wipes.
Surface it. Dude wipe it. Yep. So yeah.
Take it easy, Tank.
So yeah, you got covered. I had it like under my eye there and whatever, but I did not get quite as hit as you did.
My glasses were all muddy. Like my shorts were all mud. Like I was just covered in mud. I'm glad it wasn't stinky mud, because I don't know if people have been in stinky mud before, but that can be like really brutal. I mean, my shoes smelled terrible.
Yeah.
But aside from that, you know, it wasn't too bad.
Even if they don't update it with those updated parts, be a good upgrade to the LMT. If you like long wheelbases, yeah.
I think the front shock I think the front shock tower shorter would be good, because then you don't have to deal with chopping your bodies to get them
only if you're going to do aftermarket bodies.
Yeah. I don't know much. I mean, the other battery tray, I don't know if it fits on either or, but I'm not sweating a half inch of center of gravity, you know, lowering that center of gravity to fit that other battery in there. But
yeah,
I mean, if you're racing, maybe, but
yeah, it all seems a little bit tucked more.
Yeah.
But yeah, race guys will like it. You know, it definitely does lower it, but
I want to get that motor
more.
I want to get that motor for my Baja Ray, because I'm having all kinds of problems with that thing overheating. And so I want to get the motor that's in this and put it in the Baja Ray, because I put 2.2s on it with 2.2 tires, and I put a steel cage on it. So I'm at the bottom of my pinion. Like I'm at the smallest pinion I can go, and it's still overheating. Yeah. I don't have fans on it, but I mean, I kind of feel like it shouldn't overheat the way I was driving it anyway. So
right.
But that would be it. And then I looked at the website. I don't think the motor's out for that one yet. Not yet anyway. So Digger's Dungeon, you've been there. Yeah. I was like a kid in a candy store.
It's way different.
Dude, it's so cool. Like I guess
he's building it into a museum.
Yeah.
Not a museum though. He just wants to, what was his word for it? It's like they can call it a museum when I'm gone, but it's not a museum.
Yeah.
It's an experience.
That's what it was, an experience. Yeah. And I think that's what made it cooler for me, is that seeing that, and then seeing just the shop, like what the shop looked like back there, and the trucks in the shop and all that kind of thing.
This is designed like his old shop.
Yeah.
Kind of a thing. Yeah.
And the story behind the Gravedigger thing that he told us, the name was just so rad. You know what I mean? Like the just being able to talk with Dennis Anderson and like just hear him at his core is really cool. Really, really cool.
Yep. So they're building out a whole thing. Here's the old grain from the place he worked, where he get his paint from to paint his bodies.
Paint the name on there.
This is just something I thought was cool and wanted to do myself, so I took a picture of it.
I'll have to send you a picture of the grill that I have with red behind it. I went up in my shop in the loft.
This is all this stuff. You can see where I'm pointing at the screen. That doesn't help, but you can see where he turned it all to dirt.
Yeah.
It was all grass, like in the back, right behind the truck. How tall it is there?
Can you play that video with audio?
Is that playing?
Yeah. Oh man,
so good, right?
It is so good. Do you have the one of the dyno pull?
Yeah.
Tell them where you want that.
I'll tell you what I want it. Like
in my garage.
I know. Yes. Yeah, dude, that was so rad. Like
the dyno was up here.
Yeah, day one. There it is.
They're not very long.
It's that one. Yep. That's a little longer. Oh, you don't have my video in there?
I don't think so.
Wow.
These are just literally my iCloud. There.
Yes.
Anyway, that's pretty cool. Got to see one of the motors for a truck being dynoed.
Yep.
Where they do the Monster Jam, all the engine work there.
We got to play on the Beam MG or whatever it's called.
Oh yeah, that was pretty fun.
Yep. That was cool.
What is this, like 2 a.m.?
I know. He's like, tell me how to drive. I'm like, shut up, Ryan. I don't need a backseat driver. No, just kidding.
Yeah, I mean, he's got all this inspiration around him when he's playing, right?
I sent that picture to my kids. I'm like, oh, just hanging out.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yep. It was pretty awesome.
Very epic.
Dennis was out there running them, having a good time.
Dude, he was running really awesome. Like he was
running really good.
Yeah, I was really pleasantly surprised and pleased that he could drive it like that. KLN says, sounds like monster truck Chuck E. Cheese. Pretty much.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what it was like for us. We're like, all right.
Yeah, so the shoot itself, like we only got the first day. What do we shoot for? 15 minutes, 20 minutes before it just like downpoured.
Yeah.
It was like literally get all the trucks out, charge up the batteries, find where we're going to do it, trying to decide between here or over at where they do the ride experience.
Yeah.
We wanted the look of, the iconic Dennis Anderson Muddy Motorsports Park.
Yeah.
As like, the bleachers and all that. So it took some work.
Right.
And because they haven't done anything there since the spring fling. So that was back in May.
Yeah.
So end of July, and stuff grows like you can't stop stuff from growing down there.
Yeah.
When I used to have my RC stuff in the backyard, I couldn't. In the summer, man, no matter what I did, everything turned green.
Yeah.
Like just grass grew on. I'd put down weed kill or whatever, kill everything stuff, and it still grew.
So where did I read it? Someone said, oh, did he take you guys on the Clean Sling ride experience? No, we did not get on that, but we had a really cool experience getting on the ride truck there with a family that had no idea had no idea what was about to happen. And then all of a sudden it's like Ryan Anderson is driving us and, for a family of 4 with, 8-year-olds in the ride truck. And they're like, what?
Yes, okay, we're going to grab the ride truck for a second. We want to look in the back. We were looking for locations. There used to be a mud spot back there that they drive the trucks through, and it was gnarly. And so, but they fixed it. They put down sand and dirt and stuff in there. So but he took us back there with those kids, and he definitely rode that pedal a lot harder than I think the ride truck normally goes.
Yep.
But,
So Caitlin is in here. I think she's the one that I just got the shirt It's called RC Runs on Us. It's a rad shirt. The back has a big donut on it. It's why am I just? I was explaining it to my wife today. It was hilarious, but it was the Dirt Donuts brand, and so they got it. Looks the branding's like
dirt
Dunkin' Donuts.
marks on it. I see it. Like
Yeah, yep. And then the branding for the other one looks like the Dunkin' Donuts logo. And so what she does is she glues tires for like 8th scale buggies and stuff like that. And they're pre-glued tires. Sorry, she just popped in the chat, and I was like, oh, hey, look at that. So Slew Don says, must have been a great experience, even all the work that is needed to be done, dude. So I would be lying if I said I didn't feel guilty that I wasn't able to bring my kid along. I was like, but it was cool. I mean, it sounds really corny and cheesy, but it was cool because I got to hang out with Race a lot of the time. Like you and Ryan went out to go pick up the pizza, and me, Race, and Weston hung out, and I was just Race is his son, and I was just fixing his RCs.
Yeah,
I was losing to him, but I was also pit crewing for him, and so I was making his car faster than mine, basically. But no, but no, it was cool because it's like I told my son, I was like, I'll get you back there. Don't worry about it. I told my dad that too. I was like, we'll get you back there. So, but definitely a very cool gearhead experience. I mean,
well, they're making it even more of a destination, and that's what's cool about what he's doing with the garage. Because before, like, they'd work on the trucks there.
Sure.
And so you could go and you could peep in and watch them work on it.
Yeah.
But then you go to the gift shop, you could ride the truck. They've got the gem mining if you're into that. Or they have a little candy store there for kids with snow cones, and then they can ride the little trucks though.
Yeah, and then they had the cafe. The
cafe is good. That's worth going to. Just in general. I stop in there to eat. It's good.
I feel like that was honestly probably the highlight of the weekend for me.
The diner?
When we got to have breakfast with Ryan and Dennis Anderson and his girlfriend and Race, that was just sitting there talking about him growing up. That's the kind of stuff that I really dig. You know what I mean? Yeah. It was a lot of fun doing it. I mean, it was amazing doing everything else, but those are the things where it's like when you put the camera down and you just sit there and listen and interact with someone, that was a lot of fun. So I really enjoyed that.
Yeah. And the trucks ran awesome. We didn't have any malfunctions.
Nope.
The only thing we did have happen was we broke the back of the race. He didn't have the controller for 30 seconds. We snapped the back of the King Sling.
Well,
driving that thing on wheelies.
Yep. And then Dennis Anderson finished it off. He's the one that ripped it completely off. Yep.
Yeah. He really was jumping it off the jumps and just
full
pulling it through. Yeah.
That's what I thought was really cool, is that these rigs would be able to get an approach, and it was like they were getting up to full speed before they were hitting they were stable enough to get to full speed on the choppy mud before they hit the pit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they were stable. I don't think they have AVC on them. I could be wrong, but I don't think they do. And they're driving very, very well.
Yeah. None did get run over.
Nope.
No. So this didn't make the shot.
I know. I was like, why did? Well, no, it's on the Losi page.
Yeah, the Losi page here.
Yeah.
You'll see Adam Anderson running there,
right there,
right underneath the truck as it jumped over.
Dude, that's I love that shot. I absolutely love that shot.
The other truck just wasn't hitting the hole at the right time, and in hindsight, actually, it looks pretty good.
It looks pretty epic, man. It looks pretty epic.
But
that shot, the shot of the slings taken off at the same time, that's like money. That's totally money. This next shot, nope. This one.
The one jumping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, just power wheeling through that whole thing.
Yeah.
And he barely had hands on with it. And we're like, hey, you got to run it for that shot.
I know. Hey, no pressure. I remember.
Yeah, you don't know how it's going to react.
Yeah.
You got to somehow just get it through that huge puddle. And
straight
that jump. Yeah. don't pull, because they tend to pull when you hit.
Yeah.
Water. They pull
It's
one
like,
way or another.
Don't give out so the nose comes down. Just stay in it and go.
He's like, all right, let me give it one.
Yeah.
Because you want him to jump. He's like, oh, that's not gonna be possible.
Yeah.
Because he did go off pole, and then
Yeah. I think there's a shot, an outtake shot of it, and that was the one that came. You're on the left side of the video, and it came right at me, and I had to dodge it. I was like, "Whoa!" and I was off to the side completely at that one.
You're way out. Like, you would have been hit by the main truck if you would have been in there for the shot. Because anytime the trucks were running, we made sure we videoed it because we just weren't sure.
Yeah.
So the rain stopped, and we had about a 30-minute window before red again.
Right. Yeah.
And so it's like, we got to at least run the trucks. They're here. They took all the time to put the body on. If you guys saw in the photos here, when we got there, Bog Hog was still
no body on it.
Just the chassis. And so they went to work and assembled it all, got it all ready, cleaned up. And because this was like still from one of the last races or whatever.
Yep.
And cleaned them both up and got them out there. And then it just poured on us. And so they were willing to run them, which is crazy awesome that they were.
Yeah.
And we got some really cool shots with them. And then, Dennis is there. We're like, dude, you got to try one, right? So, like,
he was burning it down, man. He was having so much fun.
Let's get him going.
Yeah.
And,
so a couple of questions popping up. So one of them is, and you'd know this more than I would because I had the roller, so I put a different motor in my LMT. But it says, how does the 2800 kV compare to the 3150? In my opinion, the 2800 kV is awesome. Like, I love the torque on that. I love the curve on that. I don't know. I think that's what we got in these, right?
I wouldn't race it like for monster trucks.
No, but I mean, for bashing and for just power, like, I think they have a lot of good power at that 28. And it's like, I was telling KLN, it's like running 2S on 100% if you're running 3S at 100% on that motor. And it feels really good. I don't know. What's your thoughts on the two differences of motors?
Well, I just know the 3150 so well. It's hard to change and do the 4S and be torquier and so, but I mean, it does flip, like forward momentum flips, no problem. Like, it's nuts. So,
I feel like
a mud truck, like, especially on 3S, like, you don't really need 4S.
No, I feel it's like aggressive. Like, it feels like
fun. Like, it's total fun factor. Like, literally, the second you pull the trigger and go on these, you're just smiling. Like, because I had my buddy Jeremy come on Friday, and he'd never seen it. I just was like, "Hey, are you busy?"
Yeah.
He's like, "No, man, what's up?" I was like, "Any chance you can go with me to Digger's Dungeon today?" And he's like, "Yeah, why?" I'm like, "Well." Got to sign something if you're willing to do it.
Yeah. So what happened was, like, we got rained out. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, we need these J-hook shots basically, and we didn't get them.
Yep.
We got 75% of the video, done with, the 2 days, which we had actual shoot time?
3 hours tops. Wouldn't you think?
Rolling cameras, we were there maybe 3 hours.
Yeah.
I would say we got there. So we did the
I feel like we nailed every shot that we tried. Like, not to be like that, but I feel like every shot that we did, and that's part of the
they
people
drove really good. So
for sure.
Kept them together, so there's always a battle.
Yeah.
They made them just look aggressive.
Yep.
Because that first night we knocked out, in the 15 minutes we knocked out a lot.
Yeah.
In fact, I pulled a lot from those. All that starting line stuff.
Oh yeah.
Starts and panning around the trucks, taking off and wheeling out. Those shots all right there, looking down the gun with the zoom lens.
Yeah.
Those. So there's a ton of them that came that first night. And then after we got there, we did all the stuff with it on the tires of the truck when they.
There was a lot of shoot, like that kind of shoot time too. And then we did that. We spent a while shooting by the sign too.
Yeah.
But that was
because
just
we did it and then
B-roll.
mowed it and did it. Yeah.
Yep. That was just B-roll stuff. So there was another question about what's the best way to clean when you're running through a big puddle like that. Hose it, like I just hose it off. Yeah. Hose it off and then blow it off. There, you did talk about it in one of your videos about cleaning off the bolts.
Stainless steel hardware.
No,
we did not clean down between shoots here. We didn't have a place to.
Right.
We literally were throwing them through the mud and trying to hit the water.
Yep.
To kind of clean them down a little bit. Like the second we hit that stuff, it came out usually semi okay. If you hit the ones that had more water in them.
Yep.
We had a hose there that we did to rinse a couple
at the end.
Really cleaned down a lot.
No, But your tip about spraying it down with WD is a big. That's a good tip for this.
Or spray it onto something and brush it right onto the screws if you don't want to spray everything.
Yeah.
But the body clips will rust.
Yep.
The screws will rust.
I think it's funny. I think that's my only, and I don't know if you've had this yet, but that's my only gripe. And it's the dumbest gripe is the tiny body clips with the soft rubber pulls on them. It's not, I mean, if it's 99.99% crazy awesome. And then
I lost mine straight away. So we did the video and I set them in the tractor. Bucket, and my son's like, "Hey, you want me to move this?" And he took it over there, and then we started digging with it, and I realized, oh, well, my body clips were in there. So
I mean, it's not that big of a deal. You just put a better body clip in there. But like mine, I ripped the rubber part, the pull off of the body clip, and I was like, well, now I got to get my pliers out and pull it out because my hot dog fingers don't fit in there. But but no, that's.
They came out on you?
Huh?
You lose them or no?
No, the rubber, like mine had little rubber pulls on the clips.
Yeah.
It just pulled the rubber. It broke the rubber off of the clip.
You got to push down on the body so it's not pulling, because it's basically lifting up against the.
No, I know. Yeah, no, it's just
they're such soft metal, like they're so thin they shouldn't.
Mine are tight. Mine are really tight. Like even with slop in there, it's hard to pull them out.
That's weird.
I don't
mine
know if it's
so easy.
Oh yeah, no, mine were really tight. So, but I mean,
40 will take surface rust off of stuff if you spray it on and wipe it down. There's a question here, but it won't really. What's going on, Jeff? So that's a good question, Low Blue Ranger.
I saw that. Yeah.
I don't know that it is either, because I think Traxxas has a patent on that rubber gasket that goes around receiver boxes.
Really?
Uh-huh. So I've heard that.
No, because
companies aren't able to do the
SMT has one, and so does the Element. They have a gasket. Yeah. SMT has one on the receiver box.
It does have one. It's a flat one. It does not have one.
Oh,
I don't know that these ones do. I haven't taken it apart yet, actually. But I will say that I don't think my receiver is acting right.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't had any problems with mine.
Yeah. Did you really soak it?
Mine's the one that Dennis drove.
Yeah, that's true. It did get soaked then.
Yeah. And I don't know if you saw, I haven't put all the video out of me by the lake, but yeah, I was submerged in the water, getting some glory shots.
I did see that shot. Well, mine's acting a little weird. The connection between the radio and the car.
Yeah.
It may not be water related. It may just be something else. So
Black Market says baby oil. I used to do that in high school. I used to lube up with baby oil all over, get nice and brown. Put a little on my mud truck for the homies.
Yeah, I kept saying I need to take all the screws out and measure them and start selling stainless steel kits for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't got time to do that though.
Oh, I know. That's definitely, I would be by now if that was for me. For sure. TMI Pablo, Jeff Brown.
Yeah. Does only one come with lights? Yes. Bog Hog has lights on it.
Yep.
But there's
And
other money spent on
body.
all the extra body work that goes into the King Sling.
Yeah.
And the molds and all that for it. So that's the difference.
Yep.
Yeah. I really like them both. I was torn. Like I'm getting them both. Like it's just
me too.
I'm just getting them. I got the King Sling. I'm getting the Bog Hog.
You have to, I mean, after seeing how much fun we were behind the camera 99% of the time.
Right.
But after seeing how much fun it was of them running down and like racing, dude, that's going to be so much fun. Like for me and the kid to do that.
Yep. When I did it with Jeremy on Friday when I was running them, and it was a blast.
Yeah.
So, and I've done it before. We do them, because I have a Bog Hog already. Shoot, I got a Bog Hog already.
That's right.
I need to get out there and start doing some mud holes with the two of them. It's set up as Bog Hog sitting back there right now. It was my max.
You know what's funny? That came up in my YouTube algo when I was like, it was like 2 years ago. I was like, what is this? Why is Tony posting this again? And then I was like, oh, 2 years old, Bog Hog. I remember that.
Yep. It's a pretty sweet body too.
Yeah.
The J Concepts one for the SMT10.
Yep. I think my stepdad just got that for his SMT10 before all this happened.
I still have the purple King Sling to do up there. And I have a SMT10 right there to put it on.
Well, why would you do that now? Why would you just put it on a LMT?
Because it's going to be a show truck, and the body's too small. It's the J Concepts one.
Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, that's sweet. Yeah, I'm
like this one.
I'm pumped to see more, to get out and do more running with this. Ooh, that looks hot. Yes.
And because it has a full cage, it'll look cool with the.
Okay, so real quick, I think I know what your answer is going to be, but if Spec RC is listening, what would you think of a rep? Because your wheels were actually replicated at the ones you got right now. The Spec RCs were replicated after a mud truck that he saw and cut to look like. I mean, those look pretty close to what
wanted to have these specific wheels made by somebody
for the 2.6
for this build.
Would you run 2.6s on them?
I'd run the J Concepts Fling Kings.
What size are those? I don't know what this.
They're really narrow.
Yeah, but how tall are they?
Are they
I don't know. 2.2s?
Yes, I think so.
See, I want
no, they're 2.6s.
Yeah, see, I would love to get 2.6s and throw these patties on it. I just don't know for a show truck, yeah, rad, right? But I mean, for an actual like driving, I don't know if it would help or hurt having that kind of weight down low. Well, here's the other thing: if you don't tape up your wheels, those tires get heavy.
They were so heavy when I took them off.
Oh, they get heavy fast. Yeah.
Yep. You got to tape them off.
Yeah.
But it's not easy to get in there either because the way the wheels, the design and all that with the spacing.
What do you mean?
It takes a little work to get it in there, the tape.
Oh, yeah.
The spokes are so tight.
Yeah. I thought you were talking about getting the wheel off. I was like, you put a nut on it. I actually ended up taking off. I'm still running the center cap, but I only put 2 screws back in it. I was like, I'm not putting all 6 in here. Trevor Jonas says
the other ones is I just drilled them out. I took my drill press and just poked a hole in them so I could just go through them and whatever. Kind of looks like a hub, but not really.
Trevor Jonas says, heck yeah, Spec RC 2.6 wheels. Yeah, that'd be dope. Yep. I think that'd be rad. I'll have to be like, hey, man, let me send you a wheel. What do you think of this?
Is the stainless steel screw kit from Traxxas worth it for crawler, rust free? If you're going in water,
Depends on how you drive it. I don't have any stainless on. Well, I take that back. My trucks that I don't have stainless on, I just wash them and blow them off, and they don't seem to rust. And we are out here in the Pacific Northwest where it's rain all the time. In the wintertime, they're always wet. However, on the East Coast, those things rusted like that. They were really quick getting that rust on, or the surface rust on there. So I would assume, depending on what your geographical location is, it might be worth it to do it more so than other places. But ooh, look at that, dude! Who painted that?
This, ooh,
Whoa!
I got from Bari.
Is that wrapped or is that paint?
Yeah, it's wrapped.
Really?
It's so clean though. Yeah, multiple pieces, all wrapped.
Is it clear printed stuff? Is it printed on clear or is it?
No, doesn't look like it.
It's purple vinyl.
It's probably printed on white, or like it's printed on a silver, I think, so that where he doesn't have stuff is shiny-ish, and everything has a bit of a sheen to it. It looks so good. I'm guessing just based on the color here, it probably started as a silver, and it's way smaller.
Dude, he's got mad skills to wrap something like that. Yeah, that is tiny.
It's way smaller than the
1/24th. Just kidding.
But I mean, this is so sick. So I need to finish this up. But I wanted to get those chrome wheels, so I bought chrome paint, and I was just going to do the fling kings and paint the inserts they sell chrome.
Yeah.
And call it good enough.
Yeah.
I have everything to do it. I just haven't built it yet.
Why now? I mean, you got the coolest one there.
I don't know. The purple's pretty rad.
Purple's way rad. Purple's way rad. Good morning from Germany. What's going on, Germany? Yes. They're saying Pennsylvania is where their rust is coming from. Sometimes stainless screws are soft and strip easier. This is true.
And they're not magnetic always.
Right. So I would say pay attention to the alloy that you're using. If you can do it, I'll have to retrofit slash box or receiver box, so it'll be watertight.
What I would actually do with it is open the receiver and then coat it with conformal coating, close it back up, and then actually drill holes in the bottom of the receiver box just so it drains, so you don't get a puddle of water in there.
I like to sniff the conformal coating too while it's going on. Just take a big whiff of it.
It smells really good.
Be like,
mine's like all gone, and I've only like conformal coated like 4 or 5 of them.
Just from these.
Sometimes open the bottle, fill the room.
It's like you're a Renaissance painter. You're like, oh, let's go.
But no, I mean, yeah. So shoot wise, it was awesome.
Food was awesome.
We ate awesome,
dude.
Not healthily, but we had barbecue twice.
Mexican once. The barbecue. What was the place? That last place that we went to?
Barbecue company. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Yeah.
That was really good.
And the first sauces at Mission.
Yeah. Mission was good.
Then we had Five Guys. That was like our quick fast food night.
That was like our stumbling home. Yeah.
Like next to the hotel. Hey, there's a Five Guys.
We just need food.
We'd have to get to go fast food would be like 10 minutes away, but there's a Five Guys store. So
well, and the cold showers in the morning, awesome. That was awesome. You remember, like, for some reason the hotel just had like ice cold water in the morning. You could not get it hot.
Yeah,
but at night it was warm.
Yeah, well, the day I had it was great.
Black Market says, did Pablo not get out much? What are you talking about?
Right.
But my cold.
Hold on. I want to say this. I completely agree with Chris. Why did they put the screw so it would go right through the logo on the King Sling body? Right skull, like the main iconic skull of the King Sling has a big old screw button on it.
I know.
Kind of a bummer.
What jerks.
I said that to my wife when I was out there changing the wheels. I'm like, I didn't say this in my video, but it does bother me a little bit. Like,
It bothers me a little bit.
it's
You're
such
like,
a huge piece, and it's like the iconic little skull. All the other skulls are there and look cool, but it's like
you know what you should
the
do?
main one, which is like
You
the
should blow them
king.
up on Facebook. That's what.
Yeah, the king skull is like a black circle. But yeah,
Five Guys is as good as In-N-Out any day of the. What?
you're comparing In-N-Out to Five Guys?
Nowhere close. Like I don't even know. Five Guys is good, but it's not In-N-Out. And for you, those,
That's way better.
huh?
Like the burger taste is way better at Five Guys.
What?
Yeah, I
Who
mean,
are you?
In-N-Out is like basically
No,
a Burger King
no,
burger.
no. I'm gonna mute you.
Sauces of the Whopper.
I think I have mute control. I think I'm gonna mute your
It's
your
like
mic
having
now.
a Burger King sandwich burger.
No.
It's not a juicy.
Well, okay. So out here,
grill.
do you know about dicks out here?
No, that doesn't sound right.
Come on, Tony. You know about dicks.
Yeah, out west. I've heard too much and I've stayed away.
We've got Dick's Drive-In out here, and it is like iconic, slippery burgers. Like, oh, so good.
Yeah,
So good. Yeah. Really
I
good.
mean, I went to In-N-Out a couple of times. I waited forever,
Yeah.
and I was like, I don't do the shake, so it's like everybody's like, well, if you had the shake, that's what it's really about. And I'm like, everybody says that their burgers and fries are so good. It was just like mediocre burgers and fries to me and a drink. So yeah, I didn't get it. It just felt like a fast food burger.
See, maybe it is.
Fries feels like you're going to like a sit down restaurant, but
Well, I told you this story. Maybe I'm biased to it. Like my first impression of Five Guys was pre-kids, and I went and had lunch with my buddy and his wife and their brand new baby. And my wife and I are sitting there, and their baby throws up all over my table. And like the only thing I could think of was like sliding away my new iPhone so the bar foot and get on my table. And then it was like, I'm over it. Like,
yeah,
I'm over Five Guys. Yeah, can't eat. But I gotta admit, I mean, and
here's the real deal: if you can find a Five Guys at breakfast in an airport, it is a must.
at breakfast.
Oh, I'm not kidding. Like the sausage, like biscuit with like sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit. Like there's so much cheese on it. Like your heart stops for a second.
So what's funny is that my family was down here. We were watching Grand Tour. What's it called? It used to not be called Grand Tour. I don't know why. Top Gear. We're watching that, and they have the blinky screen that says, "This is a car show, idiots." When they start getting off top, like I think I'm gonna have to make that right here and be like, blink, blink, blink.
So we ate well. That's all I remember. Diner.
Yeah.
And then the pizza and wings.
Yeah.
At Ryan's house, and coffee in a Hoonigan cup.
Yep. Little secret. I spilled some coffee at their coffee bar.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I had to clean it up real quick. I know. I was like, oh shoot, cleaning it up. Well, he's got like the supercharged stir. I don't know if you put any sugar in yours to stir it up or anything, but I was like, I was like, oh man. So, it's pretty bad.
Yeah. Oops.
Yeah.
No,
so
I just drink it black. But
so Chris is asking if there's a fix for this skull, or is it completely missing? So I just looked back at it.
Out. Yeah.
Well, I just looked back at it, and you know what my fix would be?
Paint it.
No. I would make I'd 3D print a skull and just have the tip of that crown mitered out underneath, or not like dadoed out underneath it, so it goes over the screw. Yep, that's what I would do. Because that's
make that into a screw mount, so that the skull is your screw point. No. Too much work.
Too much work.
Lining it all up.
Yeah, no.
Make it because the sticker's not gonna be lined up the same on every one. So yeah.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, make the skull a little big so no matter whose it is, it'll cover it.
Yep. And then you can just put a Velcro or a rare earth magnet on it on both sides. So you can just pop it off and then take the screw when you need to.
I just pop it off when I'm actually going to run it and then put it on when it's sitting on the shelf.
Yeah.
Because, I wouldn't want to lose it
in
the mud. But I'm trying to think. Hardest part of the shoot would have been, man, we were trying to keep everything somewhat dry. That was crazy when it started raining and we're trying to grab everything. We're running back out.
Ripping up shirts.
Yeah, I got a picture of that actually.
Do you?
So Pablo
went Hulk style.
Didn't need to because I had towels in the car.
I couldn't find them. I was like, let's just go.
He went full Hulk on his son's shirt he bought him and ripped it in half and used it for lenses and everything.
So we didn't want to, I didn't want to keep the talent waiting. So I was like, well, here it is. I just went to the store. I'm ripping it up. There you go. And so, yeah, I mean, why? Right?
Yeah. You can see in the back the camera is cleaned up.
That's
somewhat there.
That's beer. There's a camera. Yep.
Yeah, these are the shots that took a while.
What's the food? That was breakfast when you were teasing me.
Yeah, finally got a good breakfast there. These were just iPhone shots.
That must have been Friday.
Teasers. Yeah, because after I ate, then we had to get a few. That was what I was missing, actually. I didn't have photos. We took all the time we had to do video, and so I went back to make sure I had photos.
Yeah,
of them running. So,
I was gonna make a joke about could we have put a more dad outfit video, a picture of us on the teaser?
Oh my goodness! Yeah,
that's the other one with us. I was like, yep, might as well be wearing Crocs.
Yeah, and then you get all dressed up for the Anderson's house. Button down shirt. Yeah.
Yeah, well, gotta look good, gotta rip. And it was funny because I was. What's that?
Oh, and I built Weston and Adam. I think Weston built his own.
Yeah, but he was wrenching on it while you were wrenching on something else. I think you were wrenching on Adam's while he was wrenching on his.
We lost several things. Oh yeah, so that was the teaser shot I was sending to Adam.
Yeah.
Saying, look what I got for you.
Super sweet.
But yeah, I mean, it was nuts. Here's the camera. So I had to take all the cage and all that off. But there was just mud
everywhere.
I mean, big splotches of mud all around. We just keep wiping the main center part clear. And this thing spins. It's like an ND filter, a variable one, because it's just smoother to change your exposure with that. And it's so grimy now. And even just like my focus and it's all so sketchy now.
Yep.
And I got to take all this stuff to Italy.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yep. It was gnarly.
The GoPros got really muddy too. I know that's yours. I think mine took it the worst.
Definitely. And I think that would have been wiped down because I'd pulled it off the truck and then set it down to get another shot.
Yeah.
And then didn't use it. Where yours had just come from a shot and was like still covered.
Yeah, we had to chip the dirt away just to get the SD card out from it.
Yeah, so there's my buddy Jeremy.
Yep.
These were the J-hook ones. That's that buttery, like, slow-mo. And that's powering through the corners, and it's not rolling, you know?
Yeah.
But it's doing that burping, like you said. The throttle, like, just to make sure it didn't, because it was tight. So, anyway, you would be pushing the corner really bad if you didn't slow down and
Right.
hook it tight and just kind of burp your way through it and then get on it going out.
Yeah, because it does want to hook and it lift those front tires up when you're going for sure.
Yeah. Then Ryan Race and I went to Coastal, and Race was running a buggy on the off-road track.
Oh, nice.
And going crazy with it. He was having a blast.
What's up, West Desert Wheeler in the house? I'm trying to read some of the stuff. It's fully worth a visit. It just jumped. Always rocking my in and out shirts with pride, he says.
I may have had a bad experience. I went to the one in LA several times when I went to LA for some video stuff. And it was like, Well, wasn't worth the wait in line. That was for sure. The line out the door.
Oh, yeah. No. That's like the Chick-fil-A's here because it's so new still. The line for the drive-through is out the parking lot and down the block still.
Yeah.
And it's been around for like 2 years. And I'm like, really? Like, it's good. But I don't know if it's that good. You know what I mean? Like, it's good. I like making fun of not making fun of, that sounds really mean, but like being like, hello, Jonah, like, or whoever they are when they come up to the car door, like, and give me, take my order. It's like
Chick-fil-A. Yeah.
Yeah. So I always give them a hard time about that, but it's a lot of fun. So what do you say we see
my old place too, where I used to live? We did a drive-through there.
Oh, I know. Yeah, it made me jealous of the real estate out there. I was like, come on, man.
Yeah, it's pretty insane.
Didn't see any snakes. Saw one gator. Not really. The lady thought it was for real, like for real.
That was funny. They need a remote control gator, I told them.
I know. Yeah, that'd be funny. Or at least on a sensor so it like goes out and comes back or something like that.
Yeah.
That would be super cool.
Yeah, on the prowl.
Yep. So what do you say we change gears real quick and talk about this? Let's talk about this hike and let's give away a bunch of cool stuff, huh?
Sounds good.
All right. So I did my last hike and I'm not going to lie. It was a little like I could feel the emotions running through my head when we were at the top of the mountain. Like it was a long hike. It was a 9 mile.
Beautiful.
Oh, dude. Yeah. And my son like powered through it. He's 8 and he did a 9 mile. It was a 1,600-foot vertical climb. We hiked up to an alpine lake and then we hiked around the alpine lake and went up to the snow line in August. Like we were at 2,600 feet or something like that by the time we were at the top. 25, I don't remember. But yeah, man, it was, and there was a minute there where we went up to the snow line and he got cold, so he put on his coat, and I'm getting the gatekeeper. I don't remember what I was doing. I was either getting the gatekeeper, doing something with it, or adjusting the camera on my on my phone thing, and I turned back and he's just sitting on a rock looking out over the lake and at what we had just climbed up. And it's like, it's weird. It's like it's almost like we were in like a crater. Like we're at the top of a mountain and it's a lake. And then you could see where that drops off and you could see the mountain range behind us. Like, and we're just sitting there and there's a picture of it somewhere. I don't remember where it is, but I think it's on Instagram. And it's on the Holy Rollers account. And I mean, it's like, dude, just seeing
Holy Rollers. It looks so good.
Yeah. And, it's just seeing that and then seeing him just looking at it all quiet, and it's like knowing why we did the hike and all that kind of stuff. It was really cool, man. And there's that moment of like, wow, we just finished it. We weren't finished at that point, but we had made it to the top. So it was downhill from there. And that was a really hard hike. I mean, there was a mile, 1.7 miles was a little over halfway to the lake, but it was like straight up. And that wasn't too bad. It was pretty easy trail. And then from 1.7 to 2.6, it was like straight up and nothing but rock. I mean, just loose rock, big rocks, ledges. I mean, it was a grind to get to the top. And then when we're walking, we get past all these rocks and we start seeing we're in the tree line and you see the creek coming down and you're like, okay, we might be getting close, because the creek wasn't steep. It was, pretty level, but it was rushing pretty good. And then all of a sudden you see the mountain peak. Like the picture that I have of, there's another picture where it's the gatekeeper and you see the mountain wall behind it. That mountain wall is like a sheer cliff, just straight up. And so you see that peeking through the trees, and then you pop out of the trees and there's a lake and this sheer cliff. It was pretty cool. It was a lot of fun. So very excited. Happy to be done with it. I'm going to challenge myself now to do 120 miles in a year.
That steep, or
yeah.
That shot, you guys. That is epicness.
Yeah, that's the shot of him just being quiet, staring out over what we had just come. So you can see the horizon line where the trees go away, and then if you look into that even more, you see the mountains behind it.
Yeah.
And it was just, it's something else, something else being that high. It was very cool. Like I said, it was emotional. It was kind of spiritual at the same time, talking to my kid about all the stuff going up there and, molding him, all that kind of stuff. So it was a lot of fun. And he did all but I think 1.8 miles with me, maybe 2 miles. He did everything. So being 8 years old, being able to do 30 miles is pretty rad.
Yeah, that's insane.
So that being said, I don't think I brought the gatekeeper in. Nope, still in the truck.
I'll entertain.
No, I don't need to get it.
Okay.
They know what they're getting. They've got pictures. So, there's my, let not be blown out. There you go. There's my screen for, that's the mud pit that we ran. It's now my screensaver on my iPad. Okay, so what did I just do? There it is. Okay, so here's how we're going to do it. There's a wheel here. Here, I'll turn my mic down. I'm probably spiking because I'm right on top of it. There's a wheel here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to shuffle it. So it's going to ask me if I want to shuffle. Watch the wheel because it'll shuffle. Boom, shuffled. I'm going to do it again. Where's the shuffle button? Shuffle segments. I'm going to shuffle it again. Boom. Okay, so now I'm going to hit spin. I'm going to hit it like 3 times so it spins a long time. And these are all people that contributed to the St. Jude thing. I don't know if you can see it on your Instagram right now, but I'm pretty sure we ended out at $770.
Okay.
And cool. 3 cents, which is awesome. So for people that don't know, that might be on here. So what it was is that we were doing 30 miles in 31 days. We extended it. There was a trip to North Carolina that I wasn't planning that kind of popped up and some other stuff. So we extended it for a little bit, but we did 33 miles with Element RC cars, Spec RC wheels, Reefs, servos, all those guys helped out. RC Race Works, Gale Metal Supplies, Boom Racing, Your Tool, CCXRC.
I thought you were calling it a tool. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, Your Tool.
Everybody, and then you're calling it a tool in the middle of all this.
Yeah. So what we were doing is we were raising money for St. Jude, and when anybody donated, it went straight to St. Jude, and it gave me a list of everyone who donated. So some people donated more than once. That's awesome. And so what you're getting, if you win, you're getting a RC Raceworks pit mat. They're awesome. I'm working on one right now. You're getting, some scale metal supply stuff. You're getting a link riser, sand ladder, From Scale Metal Supplies. From Reefs, you're getting a 422 HD servo in the Gatekeeper. From Element RC, you're getting the Gatekeeper. From CCX RC, you're getting the multi-tool. from who am I missing? Boom Racing, you're getting a set of 1.9 4.75 Hustler MTs. From Spec RC, you're getting some custom spec CNC wheels. Very, very awesome. So I don't think I'm missing anything. If I am, I'm sorry, but I think I got them all. I'm super grateful to all the people that contributed parts. I'm super grateful to anyone contributed just the support to keep on going, all that kind of stuff, to know that it's a good cause, all that kind of thing. So, so let's do this. You guys ready? Are you ready, Tony?
Yes. Is it going to show the name at the top when it picks
Yeah.
one?
Yep. So when I spin it a bunch of times, it'll sparkle at the top. So Here we go. Here we go. Ed D is the winner. I'll reach out to them and I will we'll ship them all the stuff. I'll give you their address, Tony.
Okay.
For the Mighty Tool. And congratulations.
Do you know who Ed D is? Do you know the last who the
I do actually.
Okay.
So that's why I did all the scrambling on it, because I was like, my pops donated for more than several times for it. So, and the cool thing is he doesn't have a crawler.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, if you want to. And so I think they donated like, between him and my mom, donated like 7 times. So I was like, wow. I was like, you really want this? So it was cool too, because they were really supportive of us going out and hiking.
Nice.
And which was really neat. But
I know I threw a couple donations in.
You did. Yeah. Super grateful to all that. So people are saying congrats, Ed. Thank you, Psycho Garage. I appreciate that. Thanks for the donation. We'll put that into the St. Jude account. So that'll bring us up to almost $800, man.
I'll go do it right now.
Amazing. That's awesome. So, one of the reasons why I said it was kind of like emotional when we were up at the top of the mountain is because we ran into somebody and they asked what we were doing. And I was telling them about it. They're like, why'd you do it? Like, why are you doing it? And I was like, I just felt called to do it. I have 2 healthy kids right now, and I can't imagine what it would be like to have a need like that. And if I can do something to help out, that's exactly what I want to do. There's blessings that happen from people that sometimes you just don't even know about. And if we can help do that to a family that needs it, I think that's awesome. So I'm super pumped. I might do.
Now 790.03.
Nice.
Thank
you. Thank you.
Psycho 13 Garage.
So I might do another spin, just because I don't know what else I'll give away, but
you can give away this Mighty Chihuahua servo.
You want to?
Yep.
All right, let's do that, and let's do. What else could I do?
I'll probably give away more of these than I'll sell.
Let's do that. And you know what? This one's mine, a Night Runner body, but I'll throw in another Night Runner body. So they're the Element Night Runner, the Toyota body. I'll throw in another one for that. How about that? So let's do this. Should we do 2 separate ones, or should we do?
Sure. Yeah, do 2 separate.
Okay. All right, here we go. And if it's Ed again, sorry about it. Here we go. Ready? Oh, hit the buttons a bunch of times. Let's see who it is. Whoa, what are you doing? Joe Fess. So I think that it was just Joe Fess RC on there, or maybe it was just Joe Fess. So Do you have something to write down with, Tony?
I can do it in the notepad.
I got it. Should we do the servo for Joe Fest?
Sure.
Well, let's do this. We'll do the servo for Joe. We'll say servo for him first. If he doesn't have a 24 scale, we'll send him out the body. And then we'll do another spin. And whoever, say he has a 24 scale, then the third spin will get the body. How's that sound?
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, you got to deal with all the afterward part.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, here we go. Yeah, that's Ed again. He's got a lot in there. Let's do it again. Now people are going to think it's rigged. Son of a, are you kidding me? Let's get a big spin going. Maybe I should, what's it called? Shuffle it again. Bacon, egg, Geringer. So, okay, so let me write that down.
So you find out what.
So I'll reach out.
Needs or wants, and then the other one will go to.
Let's see if he's online right now while we finish talking, and then we'll have that answered. I'll ask him if he has a 24 scale.
All right.
I don't know him personally, so I'll just ask. Let's see here. Joe Fest.
So any questions that we didn't answer that you guys want answered about the shoot or about the LMT Mega or about people have asked about the receiver box and getting wet. They've asked about the battery tray. Something that was asked of me that I haven't looked into yet is the width of the cage to the same size as the LMT as far as getting other bodies on it. I haven't looked at that yet. I need to get a tape measure out and see. I think it'd be hard to mount other bodies to the Kingsling chassis frame, but maybe not.
Oh, cool. So Jofus has one of the Spectrum bodies that Outlaws did. That's cool. Sorry, random. I haven't seen his account, so but I know he's got a Gatekeeper. He posted that. Do you have a 124? Question mark, send.
Will there be any more bodies being produced? I noticed there's this plastic like sponsor plate on top.
Oh, on the roll cage behind the cab.
Yeah.
Bacon, Zachary Dutter says. That sounds good. Congrats, Bacon. Bacon.
Heavy right now.
Ah, dude, they are. That's one thing. They are heavy.
Yeah, I don't know why they did that.
But you know what would be cool is if you did put a normal body on it, you can have more sponsor plates up there.
Yeah. I'm guessing it's more for splashing, but I don't know.
So Trevor's asking, is a Kingsling body bigger than the Gravedigger body? I have them both right here. If you don't have a Gravedigger body,
I don't.
Hold on. I have to take off my cans. Hang on.
But here it is. If anybody wants to see it, it really does look good. It's probably one of the coolest. Not everybody loves the styling of it. I think it's one of the coolest bodies of an RC that I have.
I'm gonna spill my beer, Tony. All right, let's see. Does my camera angle get this in shot?
Not really.
Okay.
You need something under it. Well, it's a little bit. You can see the body.
Okay. So
It's pretty similar. It's
They're
longer
about
than the wing.
the wings just a hair. Here, I'll pick it up. Ooh. The wings just a touch longer.
Yeah.
But width-wise, they're about the same.
But the nice thing is that you can see there how the body, the
That-
chop of it doesn't. Yeah. It's got a signature. Yeah.
Just kidding. Yes. But yeah, they're very close.
Don't get it dirty.
I know.
Yeah. So you could definitely see how much further back they tuck that brace, because on the other ones, that brace goes right up behind that front end of the truck.
Yeah.
Which does help support it when you crash into things, in a way. But
so
I
he's
don't know if
in.
they'll change it on those trucks or not.
So he also is asking, I'm curious how they compare 1-to-1 scale cases. These case scale versus these. We have pictures of these sitting on a 1-to-1 that you can show.
What do you mean how they compare?
Like just how they look compared to the 1-to-1. Like the wheels look really similar.
Yeah.
The proportions and stuff. I mean, they're a little bit different. The graphics are really close. Aside from the skull is 3-dimensional on the real one.
You know what I don't have is
What don't you have?
the bog hog next to. I don't have it over here.
I was gonna say there's bog hog there. I took pictures of it.
Yeah, I don't have any of that over in this studio.
Oh, here, hang on one second.
Hard drives. You could text it to me. Well, I have this.
I might be able to send you one from my iPad. Let's see.
I mean, I've got this shot of them. They look pretty similar.
Here's
other than this one having the black top on it. That was me just sending footage to them to look at. Here's the King Sling. I mean, it's just, you see he has sponsor plates up top. That's why they're there.
Okay.
See him?
I just sent you one of the bog hog.
On Instagram?
Yep.
Of course you did.
Did you adjust the punch settings at all? None. For the shoot, we didn't adjust anything. We just put batteries in them and ran the snot out of them. Like,
there we go.
Here comes another.
So, I mean, they're very similar. You can see the scoop on it. It does not have the silver front to it, which is...
Oh, yeah. But that scoop is rad. That scoop is a nice piece. Like, not to nerd out about it, but it's a super nice piece.
Yeah, it's plastic molded.
Yeah.
And people are complaining about the back being freestanding or whatever. But that's how the real truck is. It's...
Yeah, I just sent you a picture where you could see how the real truck has the back fin kind of hanging out there too. I think you got like 3 pictures incoming right now. You'd probably have to zoom in quite a bit on that one, but
yeah, you can see it sticking out there. But yeah, you can see the scoop on the top. All the graphics.
Oh, hey, you know what? I'm looking at this at the 2 profiles. Let's give Bacon Egg. He's got a picture of him comping a 24 scale, and the other guy has a picture of a gatekeeper. So let's give this guy a 24 scale. He looks like he's local to me. That's rad. I've never met him before because he's at the Hobby Town that I go to. I think. Yeah, he looks local to me. That's cool. So let's give him the
You need to cut a triangle in the windshield of these.
Oh yeah,
The mud. That'd be super cool.
super scale. And put a diamond on the header.
Yeah. That'd be easy to do.
Yep. Does the Sling King green chassis still come in 3 pieces? Yep.
6 technically.
6 pieces. Yeah, that's what he said. That 6 pieces later on. Cool.
Yeah, I feel like they just killed it with these.
Dude, totally.
It was so much fun.
That shot that you have of them, you had the one that you played, but there is another shot that you had of it right behind it on the starting light side, where it's like the bog hog is driving, and then the real bog hog's behind it, like right on top of it. That's a sweet shot.
The video. Yeah,
that's a sweet shot.
I tried to just show that in here, but it was already started, I think, right here. All this footage.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, where it's driving behind it.
Yep.
I don't know what it's saying here. Hold on. Because there's room noise.
Oh.
Right, it's muted.
Yeah. Super cool.
Yeah, there's a cool shot. But yeah, not only did they really nail the design, I'm curious though. Off of the dual screen for a second. I'm going to look at some older bog hog. And see if the front end was like that.
Was blackened.
So here's an old one where it doesn't have, it's orange in the front. Yeah. Oh, and this one's got way different headers coming off though. Yeah, but there's other ones where it doesn't have the silver grill. Like here. So people were asking, why doesn't the King Sling have the red headlights? So on this one up here, it looks like the truck, but it doesn't have. In fact, it really looks like the scoop and everything. Body on it. So, yeah. It all depends on the versioning of the body. So that's so many of them are the LMT
already.
The pictures.
Yeah.
So
well, and it's crazy because the actual body seems like it's changed a lot over the last 5 years, like the real 1-to-1.
Yeah.
Same with the King Sling. It seems like that's changed a bit.
Well, the King Sling for sure. And it doesn't always run the red headlights because people were asking where the red headlights were for King Sling.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen it with red headlights.
Oh yeah, it used to have them and it was cool. Like right by the shocks.
Like little pods.
We'll pull it up.
Pull it up. Do it. Do it.
Yeah, you can see it. So the hard part is
do it.
See him right up there.
Oh. I like it without it.
It'd bust off first of all, first hit.
First hit.
This has them here.
I like it without it.
But then here you have it running and racing without it. And this looks like the truck that they modeled right here.
That looks 100% like the truck. Like, yeah. And you know, I just got some shocks, third-party shocks that I put on the Baja Ray that would look identical to that. And
look at how much this thing is morphed from that, which is cool.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that body, yeah,
right there.
There it is.
Each of the iterations is just So cool.
Can I be honest of something? And I'm probably gonna get hate mail, maybe a death threat or two.
All right, wait, let me get you. I want to see your face when this happens.
I like the skull on the side. Honestly, I don't like the 3-dimensional skull in real and the 1-to-1.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't do it for me. Like it looks cool, but it's like, it'd be fine if it was just a sticker. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't
Without
fit.
being 3D.
Yeah, it just doesn't fit the rest of the truck. So, yeah, I don't know, man.
See, it doesn't look bad here in photos. People can't see it.
Yeah,
Not
I can't
showing
see
it.
it. Nope. Yeah, maybe it's one of those things. So, okay, so I've talked about how I've done monster garage type cars before. When I went and saw and people might not know what the real monster garage stuff was like, but I've actually gone and seen that stuff up front. Like, I mean, in real life, and you're like, whoa. Like, didn't look like that on camera. Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
and that's, I mean, that's what a lot of my
And it's so
RC
much
trucks.
for the cameras and for far away viewing. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, my Lazarus truck, it looks cool on camera, but it's it's a 10-footer. Like it, I think. I mean, it's something different, but it's still not. So I don't know.
Dirk was asking if I mentioned I do have a couple of those green chassis for the FureTech Rampart, like I made for Wes and Adam on the website. I don't have any blue ones right now, but I do have 2 green ones left.
Did I tell you converted me
To the FureTech or the Mini?
Just the Mini in general. Like I've got obviously I haven't bought one yet because I'll be buying one of yours, but I'm waiting until the winter time, and then I'm going to buy 2 probably, and then run them and figure out how I can make a cool little course in here.
Yeah.
But I do want to get the Bog Hog because that and the snow side by side snow drags. Man. Oh baby.
Oh man.
That is going to be.
Oh, sand drags too, even with them. If you're going out with the other cars, man, sand dragging those paddles.
Oh yeah. Well, like I think I told you like 20 minutes of video of the Bog Hog that I have to go through, or not of the Kingsling that I have to go through and edit down, and got some cool splashdown videos and all that kind of stuff. So I'm excited for that. But I do have to make some kind of mud pit. I got to get some real mud out here. Figure that out.
I like the mud texture of what they have in the photos that Losi's been doing on Instagram. It's just like very top surface is muddy. Like,
you mean the pictures that you took?
No, the ones that they took that they're using on Instagram and that with black mud that's just kind of flying up.
I haven't seen much of those pictures. I saw them on the website. Like, oh, that's
different. The website has them. Those aren't our pictures.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull it up here.
I'm looking at the Losi page, or I'm going to. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
It's very
topsoil,
and it's just kind of tacky. It's not even tacky. It's just got a little bit of moisture to it where it's darkened. It's like it was right after a dew.
Yeah. Yep.
So it's collected and throwing bigger chunks instead of just dust.
Psycho Garage goes, Pablo, if only you knew a guy with a huge vacuum farm machine that could make you some cool jumps for inside your house. If only I knew.
Those jumps turned out awesome for the...
Yeah, they did. They were so much fun. I mean, that's part of what got me, like, hooked me on it when I was losing to a race was the idea of having those little ramps there and running. It's awesome. The Louisianimal. You got to look that up. Did you read that?
Right
so
now.
he says, pretty sure that King Sling was based off the Louisianimal. I remember a pulling truck called a Santanimal.
Here it is. Oh, interesting.
Throw it up. No one can see what you're talking about. Oh yeah, that's cool. When was that taken? Let's do some
2014.
investigative reports.
Has the same front clip for sure. Look,
I'm sure it's a can. I mean, it's like the 32 Ford kit that you can buy everywhere. That's a fiberglass gate or a body. I'm sure it's the same kind of body. Just like funny cars. Funny cars all have the same body. They just have different paint jobs. So Sean's RC, we answered this question, but no, we didn't drive over one. They all survived, all 6 of them. It was we had one close-ish call, but it was planned, right? It was planned. The wheelie out from underneath.
yeah.
So it's
We
like
thought that he would most likely jump over it.
most likely. Yeah, we're like, so I think you'll clear it.
Yeah.
I should have been all nerdy and gone out there and pretended like I knew what I was doing and measuring. Like, how many horsepower? Okay, and measured out. Yeah, you'll be good. Just land right here. Like, but not knowing anything as that I was talking about. So.
Yeah, and that thing, like they got on it and then they had to be on the brakes hard, so they went.
Oh yeah.
Second pit, it was full of water.
Yep. RC Boy 619 says, "What's good, guys? Checking in on my way to work." Man, we've been talking a lot of mess today. It's been good. Did you get any mail call stuff happening for you?
Yeah. Mr. 1998 Jeep Cherokee says the Louisianimal was the old King Sling that Dennis sold after the chrome body sling. He sold it because of Monster Jam, and then he built a new one after he retired.
Nice.
So
there you go.
I have koozies came in the mail.
Ooh.
And I had Team Corrali sent a whole bunch of stuff.
More stuff?
Well, no, you saw that was this week.
That was last week.
Since our last video. It was between the last one of these we did.
They must have sent you more then.
Okay, maybe not then.
Okay. Now
I paused the video because I shot a whole video with it, but I didn't do anything with it because I've been working on this stuff.
No, you were talking because they sent you those stickers with your mashup.
Oh, that's right. I did show that. So it just come in that day. That's right. Yep. All right. So that's not new.
Cool story, bro.
Yeah, I got wheels and tires for the Too Many Pro Line tires. I was on a buying spree apparently. Like I didn't realize that I bought 2 sets, and then I went to North Carolina. Yeah. Came back, only saw 1 set, so I went and ordered another when I didn't like the one that I put on it.
Yeah, why not?
They just look too small for me.
Yeah.
On it, so I got the bigger ones, and then I found that I already had ordered the bigger ones because it was like, well, I'll just buy both, and whichever ones I don't like, I'll put on my free-ass line, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
Psycho Garage says, spill it. What's coming to the site?
To my site? Brass axles, eventually.
Wheelie bars, eventually.
Wheelie bars, hopefully. The Chihuahua is there already. Mm-hmm. I did order more blue chassis. I ordered more FureTech stuff, so I got axles coming for people that just want to buy axles.
Nice.
I've got Avatar radios this time because I just am so sold on it.
Yeah.
Well, you saw mine. It's amazing. That little radio that.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. You know what was cool? The miniature King Sling that that Race is running around.
Yeah.
That little thing was rad. I don't remember how they built it, but it was a really cool truck.
Yeah, Etsy chassis.
And was that the Etsy chassis?
Yep.
Oh man,
That or ECB. I thought it was the
I
SC though.
don't remember, but he had the Ford body on it and the mud tires on it. That thing was ripping.
So he's
Super
asking
ripping.
what color koozies. I've got black small ones and green and black
Nice.
tall ones.
I need you to send me that file still for your bracket so I can do the t-shirts for you. For that, your logo, your bracket logo. Yep. Because
this one,
RCN ain't cheap. No. The
The
one
other
on
one?
your hat. The one on your hat.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. We got to do those shirts. Definitely. I got a lot.
No apologies needed. Easy mistake.
I've got a lot of stuff coming.
Yeah. What do you
got?
got?
Not a lot of stuff coming, but a lot of stuff
In the mail?
No, it already came. So I'm trying a new motor, which is foreign to me, but I decided I'd try it. I normally run all Holmes hobbies. That's all I run. I have one hobby wing motor. That's an Axe, and everything else is Holmes hobbies, and I love them. But I decided to try something different. Oh, this is pretty. It's a Radon Reedy motor, but it's got
5-slot, right?
No, so I got the 3-slot.
Okay, for speed.
And this is a 19 turn, but it's all rebuildable, and it's you can adjust the timing on it, all that kind of stuff. It's a crawler motor, but you can.
It's a quick crawler motor at 19 turn.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can gear it either way you want, but I thought for using it more for trailing and U4. So I'm going to give that one a try. What inspired me to give away another one of these bodies, I got this body. I'm trying to get this built by Thursday night. Like I have to start from scratch. Basically.
You got a good start. The body looks already halfway done.
I know, right? Doesn't it though? Look at that. And then, so I got the Night Runner body, got some links, got the DeMello bumper set. What else? I'm trying out the Factory Team servo horn because I've been busting another brand name servo horn frequently. So I got that. Or I haven't been busting it. My son's been busting it. Bunch of links, body mounts. I got a pinion, a big pinion for a crawler. I'm going to try a 23 tooth pinion.
Nice.
Just for trailing, not for actual crawling.
Right.
And then,
oh, baby.
I got one of these. So this has some different stuff to it.
Maybe.
This has let's read it. It's got the new Gatekeeper suspension shock mounts. You can move them around. It's got the aluminum track bar mount, Pitman bar, whatever you want to call it. Steel hexes, which is nice. They didn't used to come with steel hexes. And it's got the Delrin pivot balls. High clearance links. It's a good set, man. It's a good setup. This is I'm going to open it right now.
Just so be a lot of bags.
It will be a lot of bags.
I can guarantee it.
Well, and what did I just do with my knife? I just had my X-Acto blade right here. There it is. Factory sealed. No longer. So I got this because I wanted to build that Night Runner. I'm still going to build it, but I wanted to. So for those that don't know, I don't know how I'm going to do this without. Maybe I'll just take the bags out. For those that don't know, the box art on the inside is super rad on the element bodies. And, I mean, not the element bodies, the element kits and the RTR kits. So you can take the box apart and make a scale garage out of it. And so it all folds apart, and it comes with like signs and stuff that you can take apart and put on there. A lot of cool stuff. So that's always an exciting one. I haven't seen this art yet, so it looks like it's got some cool graffiti and a cool shop door. But I'm not in a dollhouse anyway, so you won't be seeing that on my end. I was thinking about building this tonight. Here's a question. How... Oh, I'm reading something here. It says, never mind about the RC Amigo stickers. I just ordered a shirt and stickers from Pablo. What? My Teespring. You know what? I have a better sticker sheet that is not on the Teespring that I need to get out there and shoot me a DM, Psycho Garage, and because this one's way better. It's not pre-cut, but it's got a lot of cool stickers on it, logos and stuff.
You got a Tamiya those bad boys.
What's that?
You got a Tamiya them. Sure.
Oh yeah, with your X-Acto blade out there.
Blade.
Yep.
Where did I click? I disappeared.
Yeah, I was like, why am I the only one out here? But anyways, how long do you think is appropriate to do, like, to build a kit like this? Everyone, like, I remember people saying it took them like
8 hours.
2 days. Really?
Well, total. I mean, I'd do it over multiple days.
I should race myself.
Well, okay. I'm never racing against the clock. I'm usually like watching videos as I work on it.
Yeah.
Thing, and I don't do it very often. That's why I have so many kits.
Yeah.
That never get done.
Right.
My Phoenix I got the day it came out is still.
That's killing me. That's seriously killing me. Every time you bring up the Phoenix, or there's another one that you have that I forgot what it was that you haven't built yet, I'm just like, you're killing
the
me.
Warpath by
probably
the Monster Truck one.
Yeah, you're killing me, Smalls.
I need to get that done.
It says I could sit down and build a kit from a box, the RTR, 2 RTR in about 2 hours. That seems fast. 6 hours less a body. Someone's saying. Love the box. Reminds me of an album in the 70s. I'm thinking, I feel like what's that talk or that game show when they're like, I could do it in an hour.
Well, now, so it depends. Like the element, the gearbox is really easy to do.
I guess that's not that easy. You have to pay attention because it depends.
Smart, like the way that it's built. Like there's definitely a lot of gears in it.
Well, the thing you got to pay attention to is what direction you're facing your motor, and if you're what kind on the kits, what kind of overdrive you're putting in it.
Yeah.
I may or may
Always
not.
The maximum.
What's that?
Always the maximum.
Yeah, I know, right? 11% or whatever it is. That Phoenix needs to rise from the ashes. Build it, man.
I'm going to.
Yeah.
I was waiting to trade it, but Dennis and them just haven't come up here. He was building a cross RC 6x6 that I wanted to turn into that really awesome Mission Barbecue smoker truck out front. And did you see it when we were there?
No. I believe you, though.
I don't know. You just got to show a picture.
Billy the Kid RC says, I would say 2 5-hour days. I think I could build it in 3 hours. What do you think? Do you think that's doable?
I think that kit you might be able to.
Yeah. And I've built them enough. I mean, I've built.
This is what I wanted to turn it into.
Oh, that's cool. Have you ever wanted... Oh, speak of the devil. I'll wait to show it.
But I just know that I won't build the truck myself if I buy a kit like that, because there's literally like building a model.
Yeah. There's a rubber grommet for the receiver box.
Oh, there you go.
I feel like I've built enough of these where I'm almost at the point where I don't need the instruction manual anymore. But I don't know, man. Have you? Oh, that's the other thing I was going to ask, because you were talking about the Cross 6x6. Have you ever wanted to get into the earth moving stuff, like the tractors and the
Yes, I
backhoe?
do. But they're so expensive.
I know. For a good one, for one that actually makes sense. But I've thought about it. I thought that would be a lot of fun, just to move dirt around. Our dirt isn't too bad as long as it's raked out. It's pretty light, because I use that 60-40 mix, which is awesome. Bag 6. Who is it that has the D bag? Oh, that's the SMT10 has a D bag. These are numbered by numbers. Bag 6.
Banquet's got a D bag too.
Did they?
Yeah.
That's just so much fun. The D bag. Brought to you by Vanquish. You have a set of shock pliers? You probably do.
Yep, I love them.
Yeah, I need to get a set. DeWalt gyro driver rod end tool kit will fly together. I actually made my own rod end tool. I just took one of those like a 7, or what was it? Not a 7. Must have been like a 10 millimeter, 9 millimeter driver socket, and I slot it so I could put that on there. Billy the Kid said he's never had an element. You don't know what you're missing, my friend. Elements are fun trucks, very universal. I really like them. Haven't had a lot of experience with a lot of the newer other brands, but I really like mine. Overdrive works great on my Trail Runner. Yes. So your Trail Runner is probably IFS, I'm assuming, Jeff. That's one I haven't tried yet. I'm waiting for hopefully a new IFS to come out before I get another one, or get one in general. What are you looking at, Tony? I see the screen off screen scrolling.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at those loaders now. RC four-wheel drive. They're so expensive.
I know. Just go ask to borrow RC Sparks. Be like, hey, let me borrow your loader. I'll send a truck up. He's just north of you, right? Nova Scotia?
Yeah, a little bit. He had a meetup this weekend.
You did?
No, he did this past weekend.
Yeah. I've got one coming up this weekend that I'm going to on Friday. It's called RC Palooza. I can only make Friday. So Friday, apparently, let me look at the text here. So Friday they have, let me tell you what they have. It sounds like fun. I've never done some of the stuff. I watched one of their videos to see how it's done, but they have team trail run, 3-man teams. And then they'll have a night run, and they'll have concourse, and they'll have multiple 50-ish gate trails with one designated for their night run. So I got to put lights on all our rigs. Should be fun.
No, it's going to be a longer build now.
Oh, that's the other thing I got. Where is it? Is it in my backpack? Speaking of, did I not bring my backpack down? I got SOAR Racing Products. There's like a whole pack of stuff here that I don't know where it went. SOAR Racing Products light kit for the Night Runner, which turns out I actually have to solder everything together. I thought it was all put together and I just plugged them in, and nope, not that easy. Duped.
Ouch.
Yeah. So, and then I got my reefs gears. I called him up. I was like, dude, what am I supposed to do? He's like, I put one up on the site for you. I was like, yes. So got my gears for my 444. So now I got to put that back together. And yeah. So it's funny that you guys are on the element topic. I've got so many SCX 24s, but just got an Element Night Runner as my first 10th scale crawler. It's
Nice.
supposed to arrive tomorrow. I am super excited. Super excited. You shall be.
They're awesome.
They're for being such a stock scale crawler, they're really cool. Like, they're really, really cool. So they are.
He's going to be at the Gauntlet.
Oh, cool.
Go ahead. Keep on. They are.
Meant more for trailing, the Night Runner.
The Night Runner.
Versus crawling.
However, they're pretty capable.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever. Like,
you just have to
be like competition out of the box.
No.
But they can tackle quite a bit.
Yep.
You just have to really hit it.
100%. Yeah, well, and the thing is that the tires are small if you're running at stock. So that would be what I would suggest, is going to it. I'm just a taller tire kind of guy. I have tried so many times to run small tires, and I'm just like, it's cool, but it's not as cool as having bigger tires. So I would suggest a 4.75 tire. You're going to have to trim out the body. It is what it is. You could. So Boom Racing makes a 4.75 1.5 wide tire. That's the same tire that you got. It's just thinner, like a thinner tread pattern.
Yep.
And that might stuff under the fenders better. That's a wide tire. Like, that's a meaty tire.
Meat and potatoes kind of a tire.
Yeah, that one's really wide. That's 1.75. The 1.5 is a little narrow. That's what, or not a little narrow, but that's what I put on the Gatekeeper to kind of keep it scale appropriate. It's a great tire, a great tire. And that might be a good spot, and do some 1.9s on it. What else would I suggest? The electronics out of the box are actually pretty good. I was surprised. I was really surprised with the Gatekeeper stock out of the box, how good the electronics were. The only reason why I switched it over to a Reefs one is because he donated it to the cause. So I put that Reef servo in there, and it was awesome. So, yeah, I mean, all mine run bigger servos. I run 8-turn 5-slot motors. I do mostly trailing. And I run.
But you have big rocks that you encounter on your trails.
Yeah, I do. Yep. And I don't want to go 3 miles an hour for 10 miles. You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather be able to zip up and to actually play a little bit more.
Yeah.
And so
I've fallen in love with the opposite side of that, where we're in a very small enclosed space.
Yeah.
And I just love to creep. Like,
yeah,
I'm not moving. I'm just standing in one spot, and to watch the car just creep on things is like so nice.
So that's what's really surprising about the 8-turn Holmes Hobbies Crawlmaster Sport.
They will
it will still creep. And I run it. All I run it on is a 1080. I run it on a 1080 ESC. I take that back. I have one truck where I have the BRXL Holmes Hobbies ESC. The caveat to that is that is just purely a crawler ESC. It's not really great. It does well for trailing, but it's not designed for trailing. It's designed for creepy crawly stuff. The 1080, I really like that because I keep the program card on me, and then I can program that to have freewheel, and reduce the drag brake. And then I can also program it where I just want a creepy crawl on it. And it's really nice because I get to, so my son runs the 8-turn in U4 RC, and dial it up or dial it down for his trigger finger for crawling. And so without him knowing, I put his punch settings way down on crawling, so he can go out and crawl. But yeah, I'm the other one that I run. The only other motor I run is the Axe. Oh no, I take that back. I run the Axe 3300, and then I have a Puller Pro and a Trailmaster Pro, both Trailmaster Pro, both the brushless. Those motors are awesome, super awesome.
I'm trying to decide what I want to take for the gauntlet. I'm not even sure if I'm going to get to the back trails or not. I'm definitely going to be able to do the front trails. Now, I should probably try to build my Phoenix for that. And by build it, I mean find somebody to help me build it.
Ship it out here, Tony. I'll ship it back to you.
But
fully built.
I have a light kit and everything for it because we have a night run there.
I'll make you metal bumpers for it.
And I need to do I could put Mighty Chihuahuas, I think. Don't they make a mount for the shift servos in that? Because they were using big ones, but I think somebody made a mount for doing micros. That's all you needed.
I think DSM did.
Did they?
I thought so.
So I gotta order those. That'll save me some money.
Yep.
I mean, I still have a lot into these, so it's not like free, but I won't have to buy more servos.
Well, I'll make a video and let's sell you some let's sell some servos, Tony. Let's sell some turbos. Let's go.
Turbos for the mighty Huahaha. Yeah. Now I'm on sites looking at crawlers.
Oh yeah.
Why am I doing that?
I don't know. Why are you doing that? You've got the Ecto, man. That thing is solid.
I know, but I've driven it a lot now.
So?
Just kind of curious what's cool and new. Or not even new. Like the RC 4-wheel drive. Like the 2-door Galant.
Yeah. Those are cool. But
they're trail trucks for sure.
Maybe. I mean, they're groom trail trucks, I feel like. They're not going on my trails, I'll tell you that.
No, what you call a trail truck is way different than what I call a trail truck.
That's a knife.
I mean, it just looks so good.
They do. What's the other one I was looking at? Don't tell anyone, but I was looking at the Axial stuff. I was like, yeah, I was looking at it because I don't have a lot of experience. Experience with them, but I don't have a lot of experience with them. And I was looking at the Jeep. Yeah, not that one, but the other 10.3 GLU, I think it is. I really like the CX. Is it the CX2, the 4-door Toyota from RC 4-wheel drive? I thought we've talked about that before.
Yes, I don't see it here.
TF2 is what it's called.
Oh, the TF2. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The 4-door one. You want the longer? So. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. That one.
I thought you were talking about this one, the C2A.
That's the one I'm talking about. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. Yep. I like that one. I like that one. What other ones am I looking at? I'm hoping, crossing my fingers, that Element comes out with a better another IFS. I shouldn't say better, just another IFS rig. What was on the page before that?
Trail Runner.
I know Traxxas isn't on that page, but is that AMA?
No, it's not AMA, but I can go to AMA. I just don't look at Horizon. I forgot that they don't do Traxxas.
Yeah, I really want one of the Blazers.
Tower. No, Tower doesn't do Traxxas anymore either.
Does Traxxas have the Blazer or do they have the Bronco? I don't remember. I think they have the Blazer.
Yeah, both.
They have both? I want the Blazer. I love that body. Ooh, look at that at the top.
Oh, yeah. That's real nice.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So we wanted Traxxas. We want trail trucks.
Yeah. The Mighty Churro for some sweet, crisp, cinnamony steering.
Rock crawlers. All right, so here's all the different ones. We only want 1/10 scale. Let's get to that as well. What?
Whoa. You're not my dad. Electric.
These are all like small ones. What's this sorting by price? Now, this is not all the crawlers. What happened?
What are you doing?
Oh, we're saying not 1/10 scale.
Oh,
Okay, now we're better off.
there you
Let's
go.
do it by high price first. That's not the highest price stuff. What is going on with their site?
I haven't. That's the other thing.
That's 79. There should be 79 cars.
So okay.
Trucks.
Ooh, look at that.
I don't want to shop large scale. I don't want to do this.
So
or
Jeff
that.
just mentioned FMS. I actually wouldn't mind trying one of those 18th scale FMSs or whatever they are, 16th scale. Those look pretty cool. I don't know. That's just purely another sidetrack, but I think that would be cool. The other one that okay, so we all know that I'm Jones and me a good UDR, but the other one that I'm looking at now is the
Really difficult site to navigate.
try RPP. That's my go-to.
Man.
Yeah, RPP is easy.
I just want to click on something that says crawlers.
Go to RPP. So RPP, you just click crawlers on the top left, I think it is.
Yeah, here we go.
Yep.
Scale and kit. We want the ready to runs.
Yep. What was the other one?
One. Crawlers all. Vanquish.
Do you think Losi's gonna come out with a new Baja Ray? 10 scale?
I would think so. Did they discontinue the other one?
I thought so. So the other one I'm looking at is the Super Baja Ray. Like that seems really silly for me to say that, but it just looks so rad. And I'm really jonesing like the UDR style truck.
If they did discontinue it, they're probably, I would think, just changing the body on it and just doing like a new livery to make it enticing.
Hopefully it's a Chevy. Yes, but I would think so. And then I would want it to be a Chevy and I would want it to have a lower KV motor. Gotta have a lower KV motor.
No, it's got to go fast.
We can go fast, but it's the gearing that's driving me crazy because if you run 3S on a Baja Ray out of the box, you have to put the smallest pinion on and you have no options past that small pinion. So if they went lower KV, then they can run they can run a 3S, 4S on it and run a taller pinion on it.
I got to get my laser nut all fixed up and working.
Oh, that's right. You have a laser nut. I forgot about that.
I just need to put a better servo in it. That's really all it needs. Everything else is great on it. Just needs a better servo.
Yeah.
I've killed the stock one because I just smashed the front end like into rocks and roots. And
did you see ExoCage's video on? He put one of those Animos servos on in the Typhoon, and it's the new Pro Animos servo. It's $40, and it looked surprisingly fast, and strong. I was like,
I don't know what Animos is.
It's the Amazon servo.
Okay.
The blue 25 kg ones.
Oh, okay.
And I was
I haven't found that they last very long.
I agree. Yeah, I started using those. Ooh, there's that Chevy Blazer
right here. Yeah.
Oh, I need that.
That black one looks really good.
I like the black and red one too. Both of them are hot. Yep, I like that. I like those bodies.
I was just turned on again by the Rift. I gotta also get my Rift all decked out. I really like the Capra. I have a Capra.
I don't know.
It's in stock and ready to ship. They got the C2X here.
There you go. How much is it?
$499.
$499. It just seems like a lot for that truck.
It's $479 for Element Ecto.
Billy the Kid saying, "Hell yeah, Pablo." I think he's referring to the Baja Ray gearing. I got one you can drive, Tony, and make Pablo jealous. I don't know what he's talking about. I think he's XJ Sport. Is he talking about the Traxxas, or is he talking about a real trophy truck, or is he talking about the CX2?
Oh, the C2X,
Or is he talking about
or the Bronco, or the Blazer,
or the UDR?
or the Super Baja Ray.
Oh, Super Baja Ray. Yeah, that's what he just said.
Yeah.
Jeff Brown saying Ecto 479 must be the combo.
Yeah. Oh, it is a combo.
Yeah, because that one.
That's basically what the C2X is, right? It comes with the battery and everything.
Does it?
Don't all RC 4-wheel drive come with a battery? And
Oh,
a
with the nickel metal hydride?
Well, that's what the other one comes with, isn't it? The Ecto?
No.
Or does it come with the LiPo? Oh, it comes with the LiPo.
Yeah, RPP has LiPos. So that one is actually the factory team, not the factory team, but that's from Associated
that's
when it comes with the zappers.
I do like those tracks. See, I like the Bronco.
I'm sorry.
79, just the front end of it I like.
No, that's unfortunate.
This right here. This is it. Everybody.
Yeah, I wonder how that's selling.
Well, they have it in stock, so I'm guessing.
So Billy the Kid was saying he was wanting to get a shift servo next for his 10 scale. I'm not going to lie. I looked at those and I mean, I'm a design guy. I like the aesthetics of the shift servo. I don't know much about the actual servo itself, but
this just looks good.
The GOM, yeah. I think I like that one better than the Capra.
It looks really good.
Jeff Brown said he was looking at the Mojave. I know. I'm jealous of the Mojave. The one that you have, Tony, and you never drives me crazy.
I drive it quite a bit, but the last time I drove it, I blew the diff.
Really?
And I haven't fixed it, yeah. After I literally said I hadn't done any ARMA diffs. I have not blown an ARMA diff. Next time I go out, I blow the center diff on the thing. Or the rear. I think I blew the rear diff.
Yeah. So for those in the chat, I guess what would you do? Would you do a UDR or would you do a Mojave? And then I would say I'd like to say a Super Baja Ray, but that's like priced out.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, Jeff Brown said the RC 4-wheel drive Mojave, not the ARMA. Yeah, that's a nice one. That's the GOM.
I like that a lot.
Yeah. The problem with those are parts. Unless your local hobby shop supports that brand, the G-Made brand, you can only get them online.
What do you break on a crawler?
I go hard in the paint, Tony. Break everything.
Jeff, is this the one you just had in and sold?
Ultimate Trail.
G-Made.
XJ saying UDR for sure. UDR, it's on sale. I know. Ooh, $100 off.
It is $100 off right now.
I know. It's still an expensive truck for as old as it is.
RTR for $330.
Done. You could make that into a rock or into a mud truck. Put the Proline boggers on it.
Needs some work. Sway.
Jeff Brown says the Charisma is what they had in.
Oh yeah,
we've built a Charisma.
Charisma's on here.
Now, we built one for my wife. My daughter did a couple Christmases ago. My wife has driven it for exactly 3 minutes, and that's it.
Where do you get parts for the Charisma?
That's why we built it for my wife. For her 3 minutes of driving.
It was this one, wasn't it?
That's the one that we built for my wife, or the first version of that.
Okay.
That's the second version. It's a capable truck. It's a smaller wheelbase. I want to say it's like an 11.8 wheelbase or something like that.
This
But it's
is
actually,
it sells amazing.
yeah,
1/24 scale.
RGT style. Yeah, no, that Charisma is actually really. There's your van for you.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty capable. It's a good little rig. It's just part support. Shocks are nice. Let's see. Billy the Kid says Mojave. See, I like the Mojave too.
Mojave, by RC 4-wheel drive.
My question was about the Mojave versus UDR,
Oh,
but I like the Mojave. It's not as scale as the UDR.
it's just way easier to work on.
I guess.
Here's a Mojave too.
I think those are really cool, but again, it's the kind of tiny tire style. Unless you cut it all apart and put the
Mine's
bigger
pretty
tires.
capable though.
Yeah. Are you putting a winch on your trail rig for the Gauntlet?
I have one. Yeah. If I run my Ecto.
You have one on the Ecto?
Yep.
What are you
Reef.
running?
A reef.
What kind of reef?
422.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
I have one on the Lazarus. I have the 800 IS, the internal spool one. That thing will rip some bumpers off, dude.
Is it fast?
Yeah.
Is it fast?
It's faster than 422. And
that's not super fast. I mean, there's some of them like the Shift RC ones, man. Those things are like so fast.
The Reefs one's really fast. The 300 IS is the fastest one. I thought that's the one for comp crawling. But the 800 is fast. Like it's fast enough that I had to slow it down on my transmitter because it was like I couldn't modulate it well enough.
Right. You'd want it to go out fast, but come in slow.
Yeah, exactly.
For comp.
Yep.
Yeah, they've got some cool ones. I like this look a lot, but you don't want to roll that.
No one can see it.
Oh. I forgot. This one.
Yeah, Back to the Future style. Marty McFly.
Back to the Future style. I mean, this one's awesome too, the 4Runner.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like the 4Runner. I'm not gonna lie, that's a really cool one. I love their square body Chevy and their Blazer body. Like, love it. I just can't see myself spending. It's funny I say that I can't see myself spending $140 on a body or $170 on a body, but by the time I'm done designing and 3D printing and all that kind of stuff, I've got way more time in it than that.
Yeah,
but
look at the details on them though.
I know. The other thing is that I just don't like running something that someone else has. You know what I mean? You see a lot of RC4. I mean, they're great. I have nothing against them. Every time I see one, I think they look rad. But that compared to one-off scale 3D printed body, the Venture.
I'm just seeing this. Yeah.
With the FJ.
That was good.
You like the FJ?
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
The real trucks either? I like them a lot.
Have you ever driven one?
Yeah, it feels like being in a tank.
I know. My wife, we almost bought one, and my wife's small, and we went to go get in it, and she's like, I can't reach the clutch, and I can't see out the back seat. I'm like, damn it. Yeah. I was like, well, there goes that one.
We had a Pontiac Aztec, and I really wanted to get rid of it.
Oh, why did you have an Aztec? That was literally on Grand Tour of one of the worst cars that's ever been made by an American manufacturer.
They run forever, man.
That was the problem with that one. Yeah, they did it, and they were trying to kill it, and it ran past everyone else.
I mean, it just. I mean, I gave it away, like, because the window stopped going up, and I fixed it once. I didn't feel like doing it again. It got rained on. Rolling down the window to pay for my parking after coming back from Haiti.
So
just
ugly.
burnt out and just downpouring. And I go to roll up and it won't roll up. And I drove home the whole way getting soaked. Pulled in, got out, left the, I didn't even put a bag over it. I'm like, screw this thing. And just went in and then came back out, put in a new switch. And not 6 months later, it went out again. And I was just like, it's gone. It's like it was like 300,000 miles or something stupid on it. Like it just kept going. But at like 120, the AC went out. I'm like, let's not replace it. It's not going to live that much longer. 300,000 miles. I'm like stinking black. You just kept expecting it was going to die and it never would.
Yeah.
But then I was like, well, now it's old. Do we put money in it? Because like the engine's going to go or something. And it just never did.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. But yeah. But yeah, I wanted to trade it in and he didn't like it at all.
He goes, that's Heisenberg's truck or car.
Yeah, mine was black with the black fairing. Like they were really bad the first year they came out, where any color had that like light gray bottom fairing for them.
Yeah,
like
that
yellow with this like gray color.
It would never get black. Like you could never get it to like blacken out. Yeah, I know it. Yeah.
When we got ours, it was all black. Everything they matched finally the upper and lower colors. So it was so hideous. But I mean, it's still, we call it like, it looked like a stinking dinosaur, like shape wise, like, yeah, let's say a dinosaur. It's ugly. But we were in Michigan. We were at the auto show, Detroit Auto Show.
You bought it new?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, yeah, well, we got crazy.
You're like, this is futuristic. You got a crazy deal because no one wanted, they're like, oh,
an Aztec. We wanted the Vibe. Originally, we wanted the Pontiac Vibe.
Yeah.
When those were first out, but we got so many incentives, like for, from people, our relatives that worked in the car industry.
Sure.
That it just was so much better, and it was a bigger engine, carried more. It was like, well, it's not as cool, but it's more car for a lot less money. Let's just do it.
Yeah.
Got the camp package and all that with it, and it was super great, man.
The tent that came out of the back.
Yeah. Well, it actually so here's the thing. It was way more functional than any SUV. Because SUVs sit higher and their roof is the same height, where this one's out. Like I could put so much film gear in there.
Yeah. I wanted to buy a Pilot at one time, the Honda Pilot.
Yeah.
Is that what it is? It kind of is like a more modern Aztec. For that reason, is that they were so utilitarian. Like they had the plastic floors and stuff that you could just hose out and really openable and all that kind of stuff.
Well, this one had a tailgate on the back and it was molded so you could sit on it. And then the hatch went up and you could just hang out while you're waiting, totally tailgate out of it. Plus with the seats folding down, it was actually roomier, height wise than SUVs when you drop the seats. And so I could pack drum kits in there. I mean, we were packing everything into that car. So that was what was nice about it. It was ugly. It drove great, and it would not die.
We looked at the Pilots, but then we ended up going with something cooler. We got the Xterra.
Yeah.
I missed that car. We bought that car, and I loved it. It was so awesome. 4-wheel drive, would go anywhere. But then we were like, hey, you know what? We should buy a house. Let's get rid of this. Let's buy a used car. And I was like, So we got rid of it and bought a house. But I love the Xterra. Xterra is such a rad rig. I've never had a import at that point. That was the first import I had. And that was a really cool car. I really want to get the new, they have the new Frontier truck. Chris, it's a bigger truck.
Aztec, ugliest vehicle ever. Sorry. No, it totally was the ugliest vehicle ever. They're still driving around on the roads up here in Michigan.
Yeah.
Still see them.
Jeff Walter saying minivan's the best pickup ever. Hold lots of wood in it.
It was still more usable with the Aztec because of the hatch and the way the seats folded. It was just it was way more usable space. But ugly as sin.
Yeah, it was.
A very ugly car.
Yep.
And we knew it, and we just dealt with it.
That's
But
funny.
yeah. Now I have a F-250.
Oh,
Screw off, everybody.
Psycho Garage is saying I'm talking about the Honda Element. He's right. I'm talking about the Honda Element, not the Pilot. The
Oh,
Element,
yeah. The Element was cool.
that's a square one that was like super utilitarian.
Yep.
Glass roof on it, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I actually really wanted one of those, but we couldn't find a used one that was like decent price because it was a Honda. Like they were all crazy expensive. And we got, my wife was like, she had a double take because she saw our car, but our car's the release series Scion, but one that wasn't the release series. And she's like, they sell for that much right now? I'm like, yeah, let's get rid of it. Like, because we have the XB, but it's the release series that's got all leather and piped seats that look racy. And it's not racy at all, but it's got, tons of miles on it. It's a little Toyota motor, so it's never going to die. Ooh, that Chevy Lumina, though.
I like the old
RC4.
Scion. The boxier ones. The boxier are better with those.
Yep. Oh, I had one. Let's see if I have a picture on my iPad that I can send you.
However, for knocking me on the Aztec, the Element is not a pretty car. The Honda Element.
It's way cooler than have you seen one with wheels and dropped? Come on, Tony.
Was it after? Did they match the fairing? Because it had that nasty plastic gray as well.
No, the newer ones had the cool. Everything was painted on the newer ones. Like, I think I don't have any pictures of the XB in here. Yeah, the newer ones were painted. Saturn.
I mean, that is not a pretty car.
No, look at the ones that are painted. What year is that?
Like that?
Yeah, but if you put wheels on it, yeah.
That's painted. It still looks kind of funky.
That looks terrible. They put like 18-inch wheels on it. Where's that orange one? Down in the bottom left, off screen. No.
That's getting.
Go to your left more. Oh, there's one. Yeah.
That's better.
Yeah. Or if you go even
newer.
Yeah.
By this time they'd already canceled the Aztec. They should have at this time canceled this because it was ugly too.
Yeah. See, there's a orange one.
That's the thing though. Look at that.
Yep.
That's crazy, right?
There's an orange one on the left side of your screen. Straight down. Yep. With better wheels on it. That thing, they look cool. The first early Overlanders.
Yeah, there's my piece.
Oh,
so ugly.
I want to know what the concept designer was thinking.
Dude, I think that of all American cars, they're pretty ugly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is what ours look like right here.
What year is that? Like a 2004.
Yeah.
Wow. Yikes.
That's it.
Why did they do that in 2004? I was going to say that like early 90s time was terrible. Late 80s, early 90s, horrible for car manufacturers in the US. I don't think there was anything good that came out during that time.
But I'm just saying the
Blacksmith RC is saying he is loving the cheat code. He's loving the cheat code build so far. Unboxing video just posted. The Chevy Avalanche. Yeah, that was a pretty rough one.
There's a lot, like just the headlight design of so many of, like they've got the trucks down. I think most of the trucks look good. SUVs are okay.
The bad part is when they started taking pieces off of the trucks and putting them on other cars or vice versa. And you're like, you're just repurposing that. Like,
right.
Yeah.
But I mean, like Lumino when those were. I mean, there was just so many of them that, like, look at the Celica, the Honda. Look at the BMWs. Look at, um, Kia.
Kia's new cars are shockingly nice.
Yeah.
Like
But then you look at the ones like that are. That's why almost zero U.S. manufacturers make cars.
Yeah.
Like the Ford Fusion was okay, but then like most of the rest are like, what is the design people thinking?
I know. Jeff Brown saying, Tony, check out the Charisma Pajero. You know you want it.
It's because he's got one in the store to sell, and it didn't sell to the guy that normally buys all the stuff.
We should each get one and then do a build off with it on how unique we can make it.
Looks so.
What's the wheelbase?
You know what I really want is,
tell me
if
what
I
you
could
want.
fix up any car.
What you really, really want.
You tell me what I want. I want. Oh, now I just forgot. What the crap's the name of it?
I don't know.
A Chevette. I want to lower a Chevette. I want the brown, like gold brown flecked paint from the 80s.
Uh-huh.
I want it if I were rich,
that was my S10 that I
won the lotto, whatever, I would just want to get and pimp out, like stock wise, almost stockish, a Chevette. Just cause I think it would be amazing. That's the Pajero.
Jeff Brown says it's 12.3. That's cool.
So then it looks really awkward. It's got to be so tall.
It's got to be tall. Yeah. It's like that was the only bad thing about the Gen, what's it called?
Yeah, here we go.
What was the red cat called? The Gen something? Gen 8.
Gen 8?
Yeah, it was pretty tall. Wasn't that bad, but it was wide in the back. Yeah.
Right here. Let's give me some good rims on that.
Spinners.
Give me like a modified version of paint.
It's like the Daytona. Yeah. Remember the Daytonas that look like the Chevettes? They were like a bigger Chevette.
I want it to sparkle.
I remember my friend's mom had a Daytona. I was like, what is that car trying to be?
Right?
It's like, oh.
Oh, Chevette S.
Oh, wagon. Yeah. That's how you get the chicks.
That's so cool. But give me that. I'll just ride around and pretend like I'm poor.
So you're saying I should 3D print you a Chevette body for your next 24th build?
Oh, that would be amazing. But see, I would want it to look like this. That's what I would want it to look like. And I don't think I could do that small of a wheel tire.
No.
But if you could get it mint, that would just be so cool to just roll up and people would be like, what in the world is that?
Well, that's when you like
1987 Chevette.
That's when you swap an LS under the hood and you tuck it all down so that like no one knows. And then you're like, oh yeah, by the way, there's an LS in here.
I mean, I could get a Gremlin, but that's given. People are going to think that I'm, having my Dana Carvey days.
Your Wayne's World days. Yeah. 87 Buick Grand National was a cool truck or a cool car.
Yeah,
I think honestly, I kind of feel like it's a little overrated, but it at the time it was a good one.
Yeah. I remember the guys would show up to the BMX track with those, and that was the car, man. And then it was like the Honda Civic hatchbacks with like speakers all in them.
I had an 87 or 88 Camaro in high school. I was badass.
I mean, of course, there's like cool cars. I was thinking of the car that like you wouldn't expect to get in my like
Nissan Stanza. my stepdad's mom had a red on red. It was the red Nissan Stanza with red interior, red dashboard, red steering wheel. And I remember I had to drive that one summer because I was working on my Camaro. And I remember I had 4 guys in it from baseball practice, and
Were the headlights up on the front fairing, or were they?
No, it was a square 4-door Stanza.
Okay.
And so I remember we caught Aaron. Hopefully he's not watching, but I remember we took that out and we totally just launched it.
Geo Metro hatchback. Yeah.
Oh, those are terrible. Terrible. Yeah. You got to look up that Nissan Stanza. It's got to be
looking at it.
It's probably got to be like a early 90s, maybe early. Nope, none of those. Oh, that red one to the right. It looked like that, but with red interior. It might have been a little older than that. What year is that? Does it say?
1987.
Yeah, it's got to be somewhere around there. Oh, it's terrible. No, it wasn't like that. That's too old.
Man,
it was terrible.
We had like a 1970 something LTD.
LTD?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, those are big.
Yeah.
Probably a 351.
It might have been newer than that.
Cleveland, or Windsor. I think those had the Windsors in them. I think. Yeah.
Yeah, it was this. I think still like a 1980. My mom had one.
So my stepdad is in
the flip down lights though.
Yeah, my stepdad's in the automotive business, so he buys every now and then. He'll buy a totaled car because it's like totaled, but it's fixable. So my mom, when I was in high school, the first weird car we had a black Cadillac Eldorado with wire wheels on it. It was a 2-door, and I would drive up. I'd get pulled up, and people totally thought I lived with like drug dealers because they'd pull up and it had black limo tint and it had chrome wire wheels on it, not like Dayton's, but like Cadillac wire wheels on it with the white walls. Uh-huh. And then we had, back in the day, they were called Alpine Pros, the big subwoofers. We had a box of 212 Alpine Pros in the back of this Cadillac, and my parents would come pulling up and to get me from school in that car. So we had that. And then when I was in high school, my mom drove an old New Yorker that my stepdad was maroon with red interior, and my stepdad painted it with gold fleck, like paint, like literal, like he did the paint and then he put gold flecks over. It was hideous. And the funny thing is, we had our Camaro. He had a 57 step-side pickup truck, like a hot rod truck. We had our Vega. We had our Fairlane. We had all these cool cars, but we would drive these like crappy cars during the week, kind of a thing. And so like his thing was he would drive a Suzuki Esteem back and forth to work, this little Suzuki Esteem, but then on the weekends he'd drive a Pro Street truck or something like that. Like, and you would never know, you know what I mean? You'd never know, but he always had this hot rod. It's funny. The Pimp Caddy Bro, yes. Oh yeah. I don't remember what year it was, but we used to listen. We would listen to Sir Mix-a-Lot all the time when we went to go, and I'd have all my buddies in the back. It was fun. That was before I was old enough to drive. Oh, 351 modified. That's what it was. Not the Windsor, the modified. Yep.
4-door Buick Regal, baby.
Ooh, baby. Man.
That's a 65 Corsair baby blue. Oh, that's, Corvair. That's pretty nice.
Fancy.
Well, man, we should probably rock and roll from here. And, man, thanks for coming on the shoot. First of all, you dropped a lot to come and do that.
It was a blast. Thank you for inviting me out there.
A ton of fun. I remember we first started talking about it thinking, let's actually try to do it.
Yeah, it's like, why not? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what was really cool, and you had mentioned it, it felt like we had worked together before.
Yeah.
Like there was some kind of weird like vibe where I didn't know 100% your camera, but I understood what you needed. And so it was cool to be able to go out there and work together and,
And
you
so
know,
much it was just like get what you can. Like
yeah,
this was literally
yeah,
like everything's, raining and
yeah,
we'll set up a few, say go, and just gotta get it. Like
yep. No, it was definitely one of those memorable experiences that like, I appreciate it. And I thank you for inviting me out there and, for Losi to allow me to go out there with you. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like that's kind of, and just, to the Andersons for being so hospitable and
that's just who they are, man. They're
they,
super cool people.
they are so rad. Like so rad to be able to, like, hey, you want to come take a shower? You look pretty muddy. And it's like, I would love that. Thank you.
By the way, your shower is clogged.
I know your toilet.
So much mud going down those drains, man.
Oh yeah.
I can't
Yep.
even imagine.
No, for sure.
Yeah,
But
because we
yeah.
came straight from that first night when we got totally hit by everything and soaked and carrying all our stuff in the rain. It's
Oh yeah.
like,
Yep.
sorry, dude.
Yep. Totally.
But yeah. Yeah, it was awesome. And, they're happy with the video. So that's cool.
Hmm.
That definitely helps. I know we had some hurdles to overcome, and I'm used to it. Like you go into third world countries with a game plan, and it goes out the window faster than you could ever imagine.
Yeah.
I stopped planning for a lot of stuff because I'm like, what's the point?
Yeah.
Like plan for the best, expect the worst, and you're
Yeah.
gonna get something awesome anyway. So
Yep. Yep.
just be ready to shoot when you got to, and don't miss the moments. And I mean, all the stuff with Dennis was, it's just following. Like you learn to track people and
Yeah.
like didn't have to ask him because then you get stuff that's staged and canned, and it's easier to just be like, just be on it. Just don't let them know that you're like all over them and
That
just get it.
yeah, that was what was fun. I haven't seen much of that footage when I was on the big camera where I was just tracking them and back in the corner kind of a thing and watching them bash and because he was up closer to where you were and I was pushed way in on the lens
Yeah.
trying to get all that stuff going and that was rad because it was like so organic and just letting the one of the cool things that I remember, and I don't know if you heard this, but when Dennis Anderson was getting after it, the grandkids were up in the
Oh, they
stand
were going
behind him.
crazy. The
They
audio's
were
the best.
they were sitting there, get it, Grandpa, get it. Like
Yeah.
it was so awesome. And that's the stuff that, those are the memorable moments that I have for
And they
things
want to
like
know
that.
who was driving what. Oh wait, who's driving King Sling? Who's driving
Yep,
Ball Hog?
yep,
Okay.
yep,
And
yep.
then they were just going nuts cheering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the other thing that really stood out to me is and it reminded me of my stepdad and my kids is that seeing the grandkids go and give them a big hug and he would stop whatever he was doing whoever he was talking to and give the grandkids a big hug and talk to them for a minute and then they'd be on their way. And I thought for being a man that has 50 irons in the fire and is doing something but is already thinking of the next thing in his head to be able to stop and do that, I think that's super rad. What's that comment?
He wants to know where you get the half cab, the Night Runner.
Oh, wait, that's actually a 2-piece. You
Yeah,
just buy,
you get the whole body.
yep, you buy the body. Team Associate, the Element site has them in stock right now, which means I have to go and buy one like tonight before they get out of stock because I just said I'm sending one to that other guy. So I better go and get those right away. Uh-oh, what are you doing?
Your body lean and your mic placement is just really awkward. I wasn't going to say anything. I was just going to send you the picture later.
What's going on, Tony? That'll be the next show tease.
Yeah. Put an air filter on it.
Wow. Hey, why not? You know, gotta keep it fresh.
Just don't grab the mic.
I'll do that from now on. I'll just be like, just slip that in every now and then.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, you have a good night, and we'll catch you next week.
Yeah. What are we going to talk about then?
I
Red
don't know.
Rocket.
We'll find something to talk their faces off about, though. We'll see you guys.